All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live for some NBA action. It is the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Detroit Pistons. Rocha, tonight we are looking at the number one team in the Eastern Conference, the Detroit Pistons, taking on the number two overall seed in the Western Conference, the San Antonio Spurs. Both red hot right now. Spurs on an 8-game win streak. Pistons on a 5-game win streak. Spurs 9-1 their last 10. Pistons 8-2 in their last 10. Could this be an NBA Finals preview later on this summer? It could be. Are you excited?
Dude, I am so hyped for this. Two franchises who've been rebuilding over the last about 3 to 4 years. Now, as you mentioned, top two teams in the respective conferences. The Pistons have had a number one pick in the last 5 years. Obviously, Victor Wembanyama in his third year as a Spur. It's so exciting to see teams rebuild, come back, and now be on top of the world, man.
And tonight, the game is going to be broadcasted on Peacock if you want to follow along with us. But of course, if you cannot, well, we got you with the live play-by-play, live scoreboard, and stats throughout the night. We're going to break everything down. We're going to go over game time predictions here pretty soon. But we got the Spurs and the Pistons. Not too many games across the league tonight. Only 3 tonight. And this is the early one over on Peacock. Spurs 40-16. Detroit Pistons 42-13. Cade Cunningham, Victor Wembanyama, Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Jalen Duren. He's been back since being suspended from the league. Duncan Robinson, Tobias Harris, Jenkins, who's been a nice surprise off the bench this year for the Detroit Pistons. Dylan Harper. It's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, speaking of Dylan Harper, the dude's been so much better over his last 10 games, man. Really coming back from the injury. He didn't find his groove. Now he's locked in, and that's a big part of the bench for the Spurs squad.
What's up, Crazy Dog? Crazy Dog's in the house. PJ, it is early. Freaking early. It is what? 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the afternoon over there? Where you guys
Yes,
are
sir.
at?
3. Yes, sir, Josh.
And he says finals preview. I don't care what you say, Roach.
I didn't say this wasn't a finals preview, PJ.
Dan, he must have been texting you.
You're right. You and Josh are right. Absolutely, this could be a finals preview. If you would have told me that even just last year, I thought you were crazy, man.
Pikachu's mom says Detroit basketball. Hallelujah. Streaming Detroit basketball tonight. San Antonio Spurs basketball. I am hyped for this game. I'm really hyped for this game. I'm hoping it lives up to the hype, though. I'm hoping. This is going to be interesting matchup to see if the Spurs can take on the physicality of the Detroit Pistons. You hear so many times, so many people complain about how this new era in the NBA is nothing but three-point shooting. Almost nobody plays defense. They miss the old ways of basketball back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. Well, to those people, I hope they are paying attention to the way Detroit Pistons play basketball because they play an old school type of way.
As you mentioned, you said that this kind of reminds you of that finals we saw back in what 2005.
I think there's gonna be more offense than what we saw in that finals many years ago between these two teams. But Detroit plays an old school type of way of basketball with their physicality. They do commit to defense. They play great team basketball, great team flow. Everybody gets involved. This is going to be a great matchup. San Antonio Spurs, they're a damn good defensive team. They have pretty much a clean bill of health. There's not too many major injuries between these two teams. For the Spurs, it's Mason Plumlee and David Jones Garcia, who's out. And for the Detroit Pistons, it's Bobby Clintman and Isaiah Stewart, who's still suspended.
Yeah, he's still suspended 3 more games. He got served a 7, while Jalen Duren got served a 4-game suspension.
So he's out not due to injury, due to suspension.
The best record in the NBA. Let me say that again. The best record in the NBA belongs to these Detroit Pistons, Josh. I don't think that's anything somebody would have believed to start the year.
Let's prove that right here. Looking at the screen, let's click overall record. Number 1 is the Detroit Pistons. Number 2, the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the third overall seed, the San Antonio Spurs.
It's just so great to see it. I never mentioned this a few times throughout the years, but for the Pistons to go from a 28 game losing streak just 2 years ago to be the best team in the league right now is an incredible turnaround.
Detroit opens a 3-game homestand here tonight against the San Antonio Spurs, and then they'll play Oklahoma City Thunder on Wednesday.
Oh, dang. So they faced the two top teams in the West back to back.
Yep.
That's tough. But you know what, Josh? This year the Pistons are 22-6 against teams over 500.
While the Detroit Pistons are starting a homestand here, the San Antonio Spurs will begin a 5-game road trip, including 4 games against teams among the top 6 in the Eastern Conference. So, Spurs taking on some of the top teams in the East here in this road trip that they're on right now.
And speaking against top teams, San Antonio, they're 18-6 against teams over 500. So both these teams that we're seeing tonight have had really good records against really good teams this season. But it's different when you're on a road, a 5-game road trip like the Spurs are, compared to being on a homestand against teams over 500.
Again, the San Antonio Spurs on an 8-game win streak currently. 8-game win streak. Detroit Pistons on a 5-game win streak.
As Spurs 9-1 in the last 10, they're averaging about 124 points a game and only giving up about 106 per game.
Shout out to Ronnie tuning in for the Philippines. We got Jason in the chat, Pierre, we got Andrew, Jed Lockett. What's up, Jed?
How you guys doing on this Monday evening? Good to see y'all.
Sam Patton dropping that Wemby and Spurs emote in the chat. Love to see it.
And what's up, Crazy Dog? How you doing, bro? What's up, Jacob Frederick? What's up, bro? You can find tonight's game on Peacock, only on Peacock.
That's right.
Usually you'll see these type of games be on both NBC and Peacock, but not tonight. Crazy Dog says, after the Spurs and Thunder, the Pistons face the Cavs, Magic, and Cavs again.
So 2 Cavs games in this trip.
Yeah, for the Spurs, for the Pistons, excuse me. So we get to see it's the number 1 seed versus number 3 seed twice in the next 5 games for the Pistons. Dude, we are getting some really good matchups to start the second half. We also got Warriors and Lakers later this week as well.
I just wish this game was a little bit later. That's my only real complaint. I wish this game was more of in a prime time slot than 6 p.m. on a Monday.
Like maybe about another half away. We are 34 minutes and 56 seconds away for tip-off.
This game is going to be on Peacock. Spurs 18-4 when Fox scores 20 plus points this season.
Fox on this season averaging 19 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists a game.
Donald Smith says, "Go Spurs, go!" Looking to make it 9 in a row for the San Antonio Spurs, and if they win this one against the best record in the NBA, Detroit Pistons, that'll be the most impressive win during that 9-game win streak if they pull it off tonight.
And this is their first matchup of the season, so we're going to see these two teams again. I mean, shoot, Spurs have already beat the Thunder 4 times this year. Now they can add the Pistons to that as well.
And here's your season leaders between the two teams. Leading scorers for the Detroit Pistons, it's Cade Cunningham at 25 points a game. For the Spurs, it's Wembanyama at 24 points per game. Rebound leaders, Wembanyama averaging 11 rebounds a game. Jalen Duren, who is playing tonight, averaging 10.5 rebounds a night. Assist leaders, Cade Cunningham, 9.8 assists per game. He's number 2 in the league, behind only Nikola Jokic, who's averaging like 11 assists a game. And Stephon Castle is your assist leader for the San Antonio Spurs, averaging just shy of 7 per game.
Cade Cunningham in the midst of his best season of his career, an all-star, and could be a top 4, top 3 MVP candidate this year.
And looking at some other top 5 stats, rebound leader, Victor Wembanyama is a top 5 rebounder in the league, averaging 11.2 rebounds per game. So Webby is a top 5 rebounder in this league. Victor Wembanyama, as you guys see on the screen, is number 1 in blocks per game in the league, averaging 2.7 blocks a game.
I can't imagine averaging almost 3 blocks a game for an entire year, man.
As I said, Cade Cunningham, he's number 2 in assists per game in the league. And looking down at the steals, Asar Thompson is top 5 in steals per game.
This defense is insane for the Pistons, led by Asar Thompson. They have the third best defense in the league right now. I mean, this is a matchup of two top 10 defenses. Third for the Pistons, 8th for the Spurs. And then as far as offense goes, Spurs are the 7th best offense. Detroit's the ninth best offense. So both these teams have it going on both sides of the ball right now.
This is going to be a chess matchup. This is going to be a chess game right here.
Just so much fun. We've been looking forward to this game since we went through it and we saw that this was going to be on Monday. I'm glad there's not many games so we can focus and watch this game.
Shout out to you, Connor. Thank you for being here. Jason, Donald Smith, Jacob Fredericks says you guys saw Murray from the Pelicans is coming back tomorrow night. Good for him, man. That's good.
Of course it's against my Golden State Warriors.
Yowzas.
That's all right. No, but Josh is right. That's completely good to see him back, see him healthy, man, because he has dealt with nothing but injuries since going to New Orleans. Members only with a 2 says it cost me a leg and an arm, but I'm going to WrestleMania.
Probably literally cost you an actual arm and an actual leg. But going to WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas, I hope you enjoy it, man. I hope you enjoy the experience.
Enjoy, have fun. Hopefully it's a better main than last year, bro.
Yes. Dude, members only, thank you so much for the 2, man. It's WrestleMania.
So, guys, if you see, we have a poll in the chat right now. Who's going to win tonight's game? Right now, with almost 100 votes, Spurs lead at 58 to 42%. Okay, so a lot of you guys are thinking that San Antonio will pull out tonight's game. Hey, what's up, Matthew Breckshaw? How you doing tonight, bro?
What's up, Matthew? Spurs are not beating the Pistons. Fools. Laugh my ass off. Saying that like the Spurs ain't a good team. Right? Like the Spurs are not an 8-game win streak. They probably won't win this game. It's a good damn matchup. They're playing against the number 1 team in the NBA. Well, the team with the best record, that is. Maybe they don't. But to think the San Antonio Spurs can't beat them, I don't think it's foolish.
No, not at all.
That's crazy.
They've already beat Oklahoma City 4 times this year. They have one of the best records against teams over 500 this year to San Antonio.
It cracks me up how so many more people these days, it's so either or. It's so absolute. You're either on this side or you're a goddamn fool to be on the other side. No nuance. None whatsoever.
Just because one team's better than the other doesn't mean the other team can't win, man.
Gregory says this is a finals preview. It could be. It could be a finals preview right here. The San Antonio Spurs and the Detroit Pistons, 2 of the top 3 overall seeds in the NBA right now. Spurs being number 3, Thunder being number 2, Detroit being number 1 right now.
And I would love this if this was a finals preview. I don't remember that 2005 final, so it'd be a brand new matchup for myself.
AD says, I'm interested to see how the Pistons defend Victor Wembanyama. I'm curious too. You know, it'd be more interesting if Beef Stew was playing in this game, so that way they could have Jalen Duren and Beef Stew who comes off the bench, because that's a lot of physicality with Detroit. They play very physical. So that's going to be really interesting to see in tonight's matchup.
Can they hold Victor Wembanyama under a double-double? He's averaging 25 and 11 his last 8 games.
How about the San Antonio Spurs guards? How are they going to play against the Detroit Pistons defense? Asar Thompson, who is he going to be? What assignment is he going to draw for the most part tonight?
I mean, you could take your pick. Is he going to be on Fox, who averages 19? Castle, who averages 16? Harrison Barnes has been playing really well, averaging about 10 points a game over his last 7 games.
We're going to go over game time predictions here pretty soon, so we'll let you guys know who we have winning.
What's up? Osma says, my Detroit players. Dude, so excited to watch them play tonight, man.
Detroit players.
Well, the players play. David Neal says, hey, this is just a toss-up. You could toss a coin who's going to win this game.
I went back and forth quite a bit on who I thought was going to win this game. Detroit Pistons, San Antonio Spurs. You'll find out here pretty soon. But Let's see how that poll continues to climb up. For who?
Still favors the San Antonio Spurs right now, 58%. What's up? Reset says gonna be a good game. This should absolutely be a fantastic matchup tonight, man. A potential finals preview, number 1 seed in the East, number 2 seed in the West. In fact, coming to tonight, San Antonio is only 3 games back of the Thunder. So there could be a chance Thunder keep staying hurt, keep losing games that the Spurs could eventually take over the number 1 seed in the West.
Plenty of season left for that. Plenty of season left for that. Over 200 people in the house. Smack that thumbs up. Let's get to 100 likes. We're 30 away from that goal. We're going to go over game time predictions here pretty soon.
What's up, JSN Martinez? Says Detroit basketball. I bet you're glad as a Pistons fan, as a Detroit fan, to see your teams finally on top with how good the Lions have been. Now with how good the Pistons are, the Red Wings. Detroit basketball and sports seem to be back. And the Tigers as well. All 4 of your teams here in Detroit are starting to really pick up steam again. The Celtics and Spurs are my biggest concerns that might prevent a Pistons championship. So, Jason, you say the Celtics and Spurs. So, as a Pistons fan, are you worried about the Thunder at all?
I mean, who would be crazy enough to say they're not worried about the Thunder? Come on.
They got to get healthy. SGA should be back this week for the Thunder, finally. J-Dub, he's about 2 weeks out for that Thunder squad, man. Wednesday is Thunders and Pistons. Yeah, Josh was mentioning that. That's going to be such a great game, too.
That could also be a finals preview right there. Thunder and the Detroit Pistons. But SGA won't be back for that game, right?
Yeah, correct.
So that sucks.
I think Pistons could absolutely win that game without SGA. What's up, Money? It says go Pistons. We got some Detroit basketball fans in the chat, man.
Hell yeah. Well, we were streaming some Detroit basketball games last year in the playoffs, and we had quite a bit of Detroit Pistons fans in those chats. So good to see you guys. And we know we have Spurs fans who tune into these streams whenever we do these.
Warzos, go Spurs, go!
Shout out to the 210, the 210. If you guys are tuning in from San Antonio, let us know.
What's up, Pierre? What's up, Christian Words? Hello, everybody. Smack that like, hit that somebody. Thank y'all for joining on this Monday afternoon, evening. It's afternoon still here on the West Coast. We'll go over the parlay in just a little bit, guys. I see a couple of you guys wondering. What's up, Corrupt says the 210. There's somebody from the 210.
The 210 in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Corrupt G.
Corrupt G.
Yes, sir. Yes,
hey, shout out to you, man. Alamo City in the house, representing.
You excited for the watch your Spurs tonight, man? Going against the number 1 team in the NBA, baby.
Connor says, "What's the parlay?" All right, we got you. Tonight's stream is in collaboration with the best damn fantasy app in the game for daily fantasy sports, for fantasy football. They also have fantasy basketball for next season if you want to tune into that, for live sporting updates. And like I said, daily fantasy sports. Go check out the Sleeper Fantasy app. And right now, they have 2 promotions going on right now. When you sign up, get 100% match up to $100 using that promo code FURY, or get a free $20 entry with no deposit required when you sign up using that promo code FURY. Back to daily fantasy sports. You know what we always do. We always cook up a parlay for these games. And for tonight, between the Detroit Pistons and San Antonio Spurs, we got ourselves a 4-legger. Here's what it is. Last night we hit. Last night for the Celtics and Lakers game, we hit. Let's keep it going. We're taking Victor Wembanyama to hit 15 points tonight. Come on, Wemby. You can do it. We're taking Dylan Harper to get over 13.5 points plus rebounds. He's been smashing this as of late. Now it's against a tougher opponent against the Detroit Pistons, the number 1 seed in the NBA and on the road, but Dylan Harper, he can still do it. Cade Cunningham, for him to score at least 20 points tonight. He averages 25. Can he get 20? I think he can. And we're going to take Asar Thompson, who's top 5 in steals in the league, to get over 1.5 steals tonight. That's a four-legger, folks. A four-legger. And right now, they have a 30% profit boost available to use. If you haven't used that yet, I haven't. You can put that to boost your payout. Four legs right there. Wemby, 15 points. Cade Cunningham, 20 points. Dylan Harper, over 13.5 points plus rebounds. And Asar Thompson, over 1.5 steals. Other things that I was looking at that I thought about taking, Duncan Robinson, 40% three-point shooter. I almost took his over on three-pointers made for this game. I think that's something that he could possibly do. Jalen Duren, I was looking at his rebounds potentially, or Wemby's blocks. Because remember, he is the league's leader in blocks.
Also, another good one to look at to potentially Tobias Harris rebounds. Even with Jalen Duren back, he's still been getting 4 or more rebounds over his last 15 games.
Well, Martin, thank you so much for hitting that like button. Appreciate that.
Thank you, man.
You guys got to go watch the game at my favorite bar, says Jason. What's your favorite bar?
Yeah, let us know. That's always a fun time, man.
Miranda tuning in from the 210 San Antonio Spurs in the chat.
What's up, Stu? Says, I definitely think this is going to be the finals this year, Pistons and Spurs. And he also says March Madness is around the corner. Yes, it is, man.
Where we at, Roach?
We're 20 likes away from 100. Let's go, baby.
Thank y'all. We're going to go over game time predictions here in less than 5 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the concession stands, grab me something to drink, hit that like button, put in the poll who you think is going to win tonight's matchup. Are you taking the Spurs or are you taking the Detroit Pistons?
Let us know right now with 151 votes. Spurs lead at 60 to 40%. What's up? Khaled in the building. What up, Khaled? How you doing, man? Good to see you. You got the Spurs tonight, Stews. This game could go either way, man. With the number 1 seed in the East, number 2 seed in the West. Really looking forward to it. Both these teams have been playing really good defense all season, with the Spurs being the 6th best defense and the Pistons at 3. And also over the last 10 games, Spurs are only giving up 108 points per game, and the Pistons are giving up 106 points per game. So both defenses really playing well right now, while the Spurs are on an 8-game win streak and the Pistons are on a 5-game winning streak. What's up, Marion? How you doing? Welcome on in. We appreciate y'all joining for this very fun matchup tonight. 10 years is Pistons' number 1 NBA record. If you would have told me that to begin the season, I'd be like, listen, I think the Pistons would be good. They made the playoffs last year. I think they'll be a top 4 seed, but not the number 1 team in the NBA, man. Shout out to this front office for rebuilding this team from having the worst losing streak in NBA history just a couple seasons ago to being the best team now in this season so far. Still got a month to go. Incredible turnaround for the franchise in Detroit. That's what happens when you draft a superstar, like we've seen with Cade Cunningham. He's completely turned around his franchise. These role players as well have done good with Thompson and Jalen Duren. And you see for the San Antonio Spurs, they have been rebuilding over the last few years. They've drafted an absolute megastar and Victor Wembanyama, a superstar in Stephon Castle, traded for De'Aaron Fox. Both these franchises have altered themselves over the last 2 to 3 seasons to become 2 of the best teams in the NBA. And now we get to watch them here tonight. What could be a finals preview? They are literally showing that 2005 finals where Spurs defeated the Pistons in 7 games in overtime to win that finals. True. Take whoever you think's gonna win tonight, man. You live an hour away from Detroit. Martini, I've never been to Michigan. That's one state I've yet to be. I'd like to go to Michigan one day, man. What's up, Connor Simons? Absolutely going to be a great game here tonight, brother. Love, will the total go over or under? Well, we'll give our comments on that here in just a little bit.
In fact, we could do that right now. If you guys are ready, let's get into game time predictions between the San Antonio Spurs and the Detroit Pistons. Detroit enters tonight's game as 1.5 favorites here at home. Again, the Detroit Pistons currently on a 5-game win streak, 8-2 in their last 10, taking on the San Antonio Spurs, who are on a 8-game win streak right now, 9-1 in the last 10. Spurs are the hottest team in the NBA right now. Who are you taking, Detroit or the San Antonio Spurs? Keep in mind, the biggest name not playing tonight is Beef Stew. Stewart is out still due to suspension. So keep that in mind. Pistons or Spurs for tonight. Who you got, Roach?
Just give me the #1 team in the NBA, the Pistons, and be physical with the Spurs team, cause a lot of commotion, and get the W here tonight.
You're taking Detroit.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to take the San Antonio Spurs. I'll be the opposite of you. I'll take the 2-1-0. Give me the Spurs to get the win and make it a 9-game win streak. Spurs, take care of business here tonight. Now, they're going to be going up against a lot of physicality in the Detroit Pistons and a damn good defense, but I am believing in Victor Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, Julian Champagnie, who's very serviceable as a guy you kick the ball out to on those driving kicks, knocking some down shots. Keldon Johnson, give me Spurs to take care of business here tonight.
I'm so glad we're different in our predictions today.
All right, who's your MVP?
Give me Kate Cunningham. In fact, Josh, a 25-point double-double for him with assists.
And for me, I'm going to take Victor Wembanyama, of course. I'm taking Wemby for MVP. Who's y'all's MVP? Now for X Factor, who do you have?
For X Factor tonight, give me Ausar Thompson for his defense and his ability to drive inside and score.
I'm going to take Stephon Castle. I'm taking Castle as my X Factor. His ability to drive down the hill, his ability to score in the mid-range, his dynamic play, give me Castle. Now, who is scoring the first bucket tonight?
Give me Victor Wembanyama.
I will be taking De'Aaron Fox to score first. First three?
I'm going Duncan Robinson for first three.
I will take Duncan Robinson as well for first three. 40% shooter from downtown. I think he knocks it down first. Now, first dunk. This is interesting. Who has the first dunk? Is it Wemby? Is it Duran? Is it Cade? Is it Castle? Who you got?
So I had first bucket as Wembanyama. His first bucket's going to be a put-back dunk. So Wembanyama first dunk.
I'm going to go with Wembanyama as well for the first dunk, and I'm going to say it's going to be a lob to Victor Wembanyama from De'Aaron Fox. First dunk, Wemby. Now that over-under someone was asking about. For tonight's game, it's set at 232.5. Are you taking the over of the total score or under the total score?
It's a matchup of top 10 offenses and top 10 defenses. Give me the over today. The offenses rule.
I will also take the over. And there you have it. There's our game time predictions. Roach is taking the Pistons. I'm taking the San Antonio Spurs. That's only right, I guess, that we're split because tonight's game should be a close one. Vegas thinks this is going to be close as well. We are 14 minutes and 30 seconds away from tip-off. 14 and a half minutes away from the game underway. And it's going to be on the Peacock app.
Yes, sir. So I see some unders. I see an over. Cade for first three. Duran first dunk. Webby first dunk. And Josh, most of the chats go with San Antonio at 61% to win tonight. Wow. Okay. We got what, over 200 votes now? And it's 61% in favor of the Spurs. First dunk by Thompson. Okay. Who's going to guard Wembanyama? Well, the starter will be Jalen Duran, because he's back off a suspension tonight.
We'll see if they throw some double teams to Wembanyama, get real physical with him, and force him to have to pass that ball in traffic under duress.
Try to find somebody open. Now, one person to look out for tonight, Harrison Barnes. He's averaging 10 points a game over his last 6, including some threes from downtown. So look for Harrison Barnes to potentially be open in the corner tonight and knock down some threes for San Antonio. Tobias Harris should be matched up against Harrison Barnes, with Steve Harris sets some double teams on Wembanyama tonight. You're predicting. Zaki says, you know what? Give me a Wembanyama and Kate Cunningham triple-double tonight. If both of them get a triple-double tonight, Zachy, I'll give 5 memberships. Because, Victor Wembanyama, over his last 8 games, is averaging 25 points, 11 rebounds, but only 3 assists per game. So he gets those points, he gets those rebounds, but he doesn't assist a whole lot, even when he's double-teamed. So I'd be very shocked if he got a triple-double. So that's why I'll give 5 if that happens. Khaled's got the Spurs winning. Victor MVP. Couch was his X factor. First bucket, Fox. First 3 is Wembanyama, as well as the first dunk, and he's taking the over, so he's right there with us. First 3, Wembanyama. I like it, man. I like it. What's our point spread for this game? I would put it, since I got the Pistons as the favorite, I'd put the Pistons about +2.5. I think they can win by about 3 points here today.
I got the Spurs winning.
So he's got it against it already. I'm going to say it's going to be like a game-winning shot by Cade with like 5 seconds left here tonight. We deserve a game-winning shot here tonight. Welcome on in, everybody. Almost 400 in the bunny. We're up over 100 likes. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all joining. Number 1 team in the NBA, the Pistons. The number 2 seed in the West, the Spurs. 42-13.
Who's going to win the rebound? Who's going to win the rebound battle? Who is going to outperform whose bench tonight? Those are some of the keys to the game. Who is going to turn over the ball the least? Who's going to come up with the big plays? That's going to be interesting to see here tonight. It's going to be a chess match.
That's what's great about Jalen Duren being back tonight, to see that matchup between him and Wembanyama. Yo, what's up, Walrus? He's taking the Pistons tonight.
Oh, my goodness. We actually have a mod in the chat. Wow. What's up, Walrus?
How you doing, man? Chillax is going with the Spurs. A lot of people are having the upset with San Antonio today. I mean, I say upset very lightly because it's only a 1.5 point spread. No one will be able to guard Wembanyama, says Chillax. Let's see. They can be very physical with him tonight. Even with Beef Stew out, they can still be a very physical team. Now, Paul Reed, he's been coming off the bench in place of Jalen Duren since he's been out. Let's see if he can play well tonight.
My screen just froze.
Uh-oh.
I mean, at times you don't even need bigs to guard Victor Wembanyama. If you have physical wing players, guards, that we've seen that happen with teams putting smaller guys, lower center of gravity kind of guys against Wembanyama, and has worked at times.
You think we could see a short Thompson on Wembanyama tonight? Maybe you could get those steals off of him. We need the 1.5 steals for Thompson here tonight. This game will be on Peacock, guys. We're about roughly 10 minutes away from tip-off. You can find tonight's game on Peacock to watch along with us. If not, we got you guys for the entire play-by-play of the game. The Cavs play the Pistons on Friday. Yeah, Jacob, you guys play the Pistons twice and then in their next 5 games. So we get a really good matchup of an East and West Coast teams today, but we also get 2 of the top 3 teams in the East going at it here this week as well. The Pistons are 16-4 this year with Kate Cunningham. The Spurs are 16-4 with Fox scoring over 20 points. Can he hit that plateau tonight? On the season, De'Aaron Fox averaging 19 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. So that's the little plateau to look for tonight. Can Fox reach 20 points? An incredible record for the Spurs when he does. We played Detroit 2 times. Yes, you do, Jacob. Yes, you do, man. What's up, Gregory Baker? What's up, man? Says, I'm here to this game is OVA over. Gregory, hey, maybe we could get an overtime tonight against 2 of the best 3 teams in the league, man. That'd be a lot of fun to see him. Zachy says, I'd love to see Wembanyama in the dunk contest one day, guys. I don't know if that's going to ever happen, man. I think we're past the point of ever seeing stars in the dunk contest, Zachy, unfortunately, man. There you go, Callie. You can watch along with us tonight, man. And no NBC for this game, only Peacock. Up over 100 likes already. Thank you guys so much. Again, 10 minutes or so away for tip off. Appreciate y'all joining here. What's up, Brian Randall says, go Spurs. Another Spurs fan in the chat here tonight. Cassidy says, I'm watching along. This should be a great game. We're really looking forward to this one tonight, Cassidy. We really are. This year, KZ's guard. Next year, forward for guards. They're going to need some forwards going forward. Tobias Harris is getting older. Thompson's more of a guard than a forward. They're probably a couple pieces away from being contenders as a whole for the Pistons, even with the best record in the NBA. They could get some forwards going forwards. It should be really good. Wemby's playing tonight, Jake. Yep. No significant injuries. The only person I've noticed Josh Minden is out is Isaiah Stewart, who's still suspended for 3 more games with that altercation with the Hornets a couple of weeks ago. So everybody's healthy. Everybody's ready, and everybody's playing here tonight besides Beef Stew. Chillax says, I got Wembanyama going for 30-plus points. We streamed Victor Wembanyama back-to-back nights right before the All-Star break. The dude put up over 80 points in those 2 games against the Lakers and the Warriors. He seems to always play well when we're streaming Spurs games. But yeah, Wembanyama's playing tonight. That's exciting, Kate. It's good to see. It's finally good to see a top matchup in the NBA and everybody's playing. That's significant. This is not a back-to-back for either team. They've had a day off, and finally all superstars are playing here tonight. Feels like that's very weird nowadays in the NBA. Bliss says, Pistons with Spurs for the W. Well, me and Josh are split. He's going San Antonio. I'm going Detroit. The chat, 59% in favor of the Spurs here tonight. So you guys think San Antonio is winning. De'Aaron Fox for 20-plus points on a parlay. Do it, Jay. They're 16-4 when he has over 20 points. Get down here and score tonight. Really good record when he scores that much. What's up, Tay DT? Welcome back, dude. Hopefully this is a great game, man. Everybody's scoring, or we see some really good defense. Maybe this is, we both have the over, but maybe this is a 105 to 104 last second type game here tonight, man. Chillax says, I'm going with the first 3 for Duncan Robinson. So you agree with me and Josh? Robinson's been so good for this Pistons team. He's really found a home here in Detroit. He was so inconsistent the last couple of years with the Miami Heat, got traded this offseason to Detroit, and now really found a home here. What's up, Goodman? What's up, bro? He says, I don't know if this is going to be a finals preview. Of course you say that because you're a Thunder fan. I'm saying that because what are the Spurs going to look like in the playoffs? That's very fair, Goodman. It would be such a great matchup if we get you guys in the Spurs in the conference finals, man. It'd be so great. And hopefully fully healthy, because last time the Spurs and Thunder played, nobody played in that game for either team. Odyssey says, who do you guys think wins the first quarter tonight?
Spurs.
I'll go the opposite. I'll go the Pistons to win the first quarter by like 2 points. I don't think we're going to see more than a lead of 5 to 7 points tonight for either team, hopefully. I'm thinking the biggest lead tonight would be like 4 points, and I'll be by the Pistons. Wallace says, give me a high-scoring game today. 124 to 120 Spurs. It's a great matchup of 2 top 10 defenses and 2 top 10 offenses, man. So this game could be very defensive or it could be very high scoring. It just depends who shows up. Will both defenses show up or the offenses show up? Goodman, he's leaning towards a defensive battle. He says it's going to be a good defensive battle here tonight. So Goodman is going to go with the under. I highly doubt it's going to be a high-scoring game. Goodman, I hope you're wrong. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with a good defensive game. Don't get me wrong. But to see these two offenses go back and forth, especially with Cade and Victor Wembanyama, with their abilities to score and get double doubles, I hope it's back and forth offensively, man. Yo, Avatar with 5 gifted memberships. Hey, Avatar, we appreciate it. Let's go, bro.
I'm assuming this is for the Nuggets and Warriors game, or what?
Yes, sir. He said he would give 5 whoever won that game. And he says, as promised, for your Warriors win against my Nuggets.
And who do these go to?
They go to FG Fams. They go to Mix. They go to Zach Welps, Amy Boy, and Ice Karam. Welcome, y'all.
Hey, shout out to Avatar. Thank you so much, Avatar, for the 5, man.
Thank you.
Right before tip-off.
We are probably about 5 minutes away for tip-off. Zello says, man, Pistons don't shoot a lot of threes, do they? No, they don't. This is a more of a team that's going to be physical with you, get inside, try to attack, play some good defense. They're not a team that's going to shoot threes. They do have one of the best three-point shooters in the league, though, in Duncan Robinson, who is starting tonight. So we'll see if he can do some damage for downtown. But what's crazy about Duncan Robinson, he's one of those players that could go 7 for 7 for downtown or go 0 for 10. So you just never know with that guy. What's up, little older god? How you doing? Welcome on in, man. Gurman says, I'm curious to see who's going to start on Victor Wembanyama defensively tonight.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to throw Duran, Asor Thompson on them. Sometimes these teams like to go with these smaller players on Victor Wembanyama. So that will be curious to see. But tip-off is happening here pretty soon, folks.
I can't believe Miami got rid of Robinson, says Willie. Well, he was very inconsistent his last couple of years out in Miami, man.
But he's found a home here in Detroit this season, averaging 12 points, shooting 40% from downtown. He's been a good option for Detroit at times with those catch and shoot threes.
There was a lot of Miami fans that wanted him gone, and so rightfully so, he was. Right, he's kind of a fresh breath of air for this team that doesn't shoot a lot of threes, even as consistent as he can be from downtown.
This game is only on Peacock, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It will not be on NBC.
NBC really only carries now the Sunday night games.
Avatar with a $10 donation. Avatar, thank you, man. He says, oh, Josh, I finished the Lego BB-8 on Saturday. Crazy thing is, I was wearing my BB-8 t-shirt when I finished it. It's only right?
BB-8's so cool, man.
I wonder how that looks as a Lego. That's pretty cool, man. Avatar, what's next for the Legos?
Maybe Darth Vader?
Oh, my goodness. Avatar, thank you so much, brother. We appreciate you. We love you, buddy. Thank you for the 10 and for the update on the Lego set.
Thank you, bro.
Are you guys ready for tip-off?
Let's go, Josh. It's going to be the Spurs in their whites, Detroit's in their city jerseys, the navy blue with the blue lightning bolt on the side of their jerseys. Well, these are really cool. I've not seen them wear these jerseys yet. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. The Spurs take it 60% to 40% with almost 400 votes. Thank you guys so much for voting in our poll here today. All right, we're ready to go for tip-off between Jalen Duren and Victor Wembanyama. Smack that like, hit that sub button. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Oh, we got a fake toss. And Victor Wembanyama will win tonight's toss. Here, you get synced up here. Oh, Castle gives it out to Vassell for 3 to start tonight's game. Who had Vassell first bucket and first 3 for tonight's? Here comes Detroit, back the other way with the ball. Thompson refeeded off to Jalen Duren, attacks Wembanyama and scores. Jalen Duren, first bucket for the Pistons tonight.
Yeah, we're going to get synced up. We're not even close to being synced up whatsoever.
Okay.
11, 24, 23, 22, 21. Victor Wembanyama, handoff to Stephon Castle. 19, 18, 17. Oh, a foul.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good now. That's going to be on Thompson, and he's looking around like, what did I do? So Sword Thompson picks up his first personal of the game. Shields with the $1 donation. Thank you, Shields.
Shields with the 1. Appreciate you.
Castle will have the inbounds for San Antonio. Kick it out to the corner. It's Devin Vassell. 3 again. He's got both buckets for San Antonio. He's got both 3s for San Antonio so far tonight. Here is the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he leaves it short, chases down his own rebound. Castle did not fight for that rebound at all, although he tips the ball out of bounds. Still Detroit basketball. So tonight's starting lineups were Tobias Harris, Duncan Robinson, Jalen Duren, Kate Cunningham, and a short Thompson for the Pistons. Julian Champagnie, Victor Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, and Stephon Castle for the Pistons. Robinson hands it off to Duren, back to Duncan. Duncan floats it up, leaves it short. Fight for the rebound, taken by De'Aaron Fox.
Here comes San Antonio Spurs with Champagnie, Wemby, Fox, Vassell, and Castle. Castle missing at the rim, rebounded by Tobias Harris, and the Pistons are off and running, shooting on the left side of the court. Down the hill floater, too strong for Cade. Wemby, the defensive rebound.
Feeds it up court for Fox. Gets past Thompson. Met up with a double team by Harris. Wide open 3. Vassell hits again.
Devin Vassell. Another splash.
He's got all 9 points. 3 for 3 for downtown.
Devin Vassell. Cooking up.
Cade finds Thompson. Met up the rim by Wembanyama.
Here come the Spurs off and running, and a bad outlet pass. Ahead for Castle, goes out of bounds, turns it right back over to Detroit with 10 minutes to go. 7 pounds, who did we pick? I picked the Spurs. Rocha picked the Pistons.
Hey, rightfully so that we were different on tonight's great game, man.
Cade. Means.
We're handed off here to Tobias Harris. Hands it off to Jalen Duren. Looking for a passing lane. Bounces it to Cade. Pump fakes against Castle. Gets around Castle. Blocked by Wembanyama. Picked up by Thompson. And Thompson's foot was out of bounds. It's a Detroit turnover.
Another turnover here for Detroit. It's San Antonio Spurs basketball. Up by 7 with Vassell scoring all 9 points so far for the San Antonio Spurs.
Castle brings it across the half-court line. Feeds it inside. Wembanyama slams it.
Ooh, slamma-dabba-doo time for Victor Wembanyama. And a timeout made by Detroit.
11-2 start for the San Antonio Spurs here tonight. Do you think they want to come into Detroit, Josh, and get this W or what, man? They want to make a statement here tonight. Say, hey, we can compete with the best of the best. We're 4-1 against the Thunder this season. Let us come in here and Detroit and get this win. Great start for Vassell and Victor Wembanyama. NIL says, man, I feel like I'm watching the 2005 NBA Finals all over again.
Throwback.
It's good to see these two teams who've been rebounding over the last 3 or 4 years be on top of the world right now, man. High says, Pistons proving they don't belong. Hey, we're only a few minutes into this game, man. Pistons are the number 1 team in the NBA for a reason.
Yeah, this game's not over till it's over.
We're not that out of this timeout. Pistons going like an 8-0 run for themselves. Just don't turn over the ball. They've gotten some open shots that they missed. They missed in a reverse layup. Kate Cunningham's missed an open jump shot. They've gotten some good looks. They just got to fall here.
We appreciate y'all tuning in. Hit that like button. Where we at, Roach?
Yo, we are 40 likes away from 200.
Whether you're a Spurs fan, a Pistons fan, glad you're here. It's 11-2 start for the San Antonio Spurs. 9 points coming from Vassell, who's 3 for 3 from downtown. He's got the hot hand to start the game. Wemby's got the other 2 points. And the 2 points for the Pistons is Jalen Duren. Vassell first three. Vassell first score. First dunk belongs to Wemby.
You were kind of right. You said it'd be on a lob. That one was from Devin Vassell on the lob. I said it was going to be a putback dunk. Chillax, you can watch this game tonight on Peacock along with us. If not, no worries. We got you for the entire play-by-play. Yo, Avatar with the 5 says, I haven't decided yet, Josh. I might build a sorting hat from Harry Potter or the Golden Retriever puppy.
Dude, the sorting hat sounds great. The hat that you put on, it tells you what house you're in.
Okay. Because I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but I know what that hat is. I've seen it before.
That would be cool as hell to see as a Lego set. That'd be really cool. But let us know what you decide, man. That's awesome. Avatar, thank you for the 5.
Thank you.
Showtime says, did the Cavs and Knicks game do the Cavs and Knicks game tomorrow? Tomorrow we'll be doing a doubleheader. The Warrior game and the Laker game tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
E-Boy says, thanks for the membership, Avatar. Microtext, what's up, man? Microtext in the chat. Y'all ever play ball? So ask Jacob. I grew up playing basketball. Loved it.
I play very casually. The last times I played basketball has been with Josh and everybody from the community. I just don't have a lot of friends around me who care for basketball, unfortunately. Alan, yeah, Dylan Brooks out 4 to 6 weeks with a broken hand, man. That sucks. All right, coming out of the timeout. It was a timeout by the Pistons, trailing 11-2 to start tonight's game.
All right, Pistons with the possession, shooting on the left side of the screen. And on the floor for the Pistons, it's Tobias Harris, Duncan Robinson, Jalen Duren, Cade Cunningham, and Asar Thompson. Duren, the only one who has scored for the Detroit Pistons here at home.
Pistons have missed their last 5 straight shots. Cade Cunningham makes it 6 in a row miss, and it's out of bounds to San Antonio.
Spurs ball. On the court for the Spurs, it's Champagnie, Victor Wembanyama, Fox, Vassell, Castle, who's got 9 points. Wemby brings up the ball. Bounce pass to De'Aaron Fox on the mid-post. Shot clock to 15. And a whistle away from the ball. That's going to be a foul against Cade Cunningham. His first. Second team foul.
Knocked down Wembanyama trying to go through a screen. Hey, there goes the Pistons being physical with Wembanyama, man.
You got to be physical with Wemby. But also, you don't want to foul too much. Ball's inbounded from the far sideline. Inbounded to Castle, top of the key. Hits Wemby for a 3. Catch and shoot. Got it. Victor Wembanyama. And the Spurs have 4 splashes and are on an 11-0 run in the last 2 minutes.
Then Cade finally hit. He misses again. He's 0 for 4.
Castle the rebound. He's off and running up the court. Down the hill. Stops. Kick out. Champagnie. The extra pass to Fox for 3. No good. Long rebound belongs to Cade. The Pistons have not scored in almost 3 minutes of play. Harris up and under over Wemby on the mid-range. Shot no good. Chase down rebound belongs back to Tobias Harris. Shot clock to 12. Robinson. Cade, top of the key, off the screen from Robinson, spins off of Fox, hits left corner to Harris, he'll drive on Wemby, sky hook, blocked by Wemby, picked up by Duren, and the putback is good. He has all 4 points for Detroit.
Good second chance opportunity right there for Duren.
Spurs basketball shooting on the right side of the screen, Wemby and the Spurs in their white jerseys. Wemby picked up by Duren. Good defense. I think the crowd wanted a travel right there. Hits Castle for a mid-range shot. That won't go. During the rebound. Can the Pistons pick up some momentum here, down by 10 early in this game? Cade to Duncan. Fakes the handoff. Takes the 3 up top. Too strong off the right side, and it is rebounded by Fox. Fox ahead to Castle. Up by 10. Attacks Cade off the dribble down inside. Blocked at the rim by Cade Cunningham. Into the hands of Tobias. Harris to Duncan, driving in the paint, kick up to Cade for 3, got it! Cade the splash, and we got a 7-point game. Cade with the block, Cade with the splash.
Great defense leading the great offense in the other way for Detroit.
Wembanyama picked up half court by Duren. Bounce pass, Champagnie to the near side goes Castle. Ball's back tapped by Thompson. Ball's loose, and they're going to call a foul.
Oh.
And the crowd did not like that whistle right there. The
I
crowd is
was
hot right now. The crowd is hot, let me tell you, in Detroit. They're going to call Jalen Duren for that foul. That's going to be his first foul, third team foul for Detroit. Two more, and the Spurs will be in the bonus for the rest of the game. Quarter, I'm sorry.
this crowd is loving Detroit basketball this season, and we're hearing it right now for this game.
This crowd has earned a good Detroit business team finally after so many years of being in the doldrums. Vassell being looked at right now. I think he's bleeding around his upper chest. And they are taking a look at that right now because, as you know, if someone's bleeding, they got to stop game.
Yeah, you're going to have the bleeding going around the court.
All right, Spurs will have the ball with Champagne, Wembanyama, Fox, Vassell, and Castle. Pistons with Harris, Duncan Robinson, Duren, Cade Cunningham, and Asar Thompson. 14 on the shot clock for the Spurs as they're getting ready to inbound this from the sideline. On the far side, Castle with the inbound. Hits Wembanyama. Wemby shot. Oh, it's stolen up by Duren. Duren and Cade. Cade spins, finishes. No, Duren tips it in.
Yeah.
Duren tips it in. Timeout, San Antonio. Timeout, San Antonio. Spurs are giving up a run to the Pistons.
It's a 7-3 run for Detroit out of their last timeout.
It's a 5-point game like that. A good run by the Pistons. Duren, way to hustle, man. Cade Cunningham getting it done on that previous possession with the block at the rim and getting a three on the other side. A good little run for Detroit.
So they do have Jalen Duren guarding Wembanyama, and Josh, he was very physical with him on that inbounds pass and stole it.
Yeah, Wemby won it on the right short corner. He was calling for it. Castle with the inbound. Duren denies it, gets underneath, snipes it, goes it the other way, and it's a finished shot there for him on a tip shot.
So we're seeing over these last three possessions, Detroit picking it up on defense and leading to possessions on offense and the scoring.
And right now, this feels like a playoff kind of atmosphere. You know, this could be a finals preview between these two teams. We're talking about two of the top three seeded teams overall in the NBA right now. Number one is Detroit. Number three being San Antonio Spurs overall in the league. The crowd feels it. The crowd is hot out here in Detroit, Rock City.
Detroit basketball is always the best in the NBA when it comes to this atmosphere.
Man, and if I'm a Spurs fan, I'm loving this right now. You know, I'm loving this. We're up early. Okay, we just gave up a run to Detroit, but this is a good test for us. The San Antonio Spurs on an 8-game win streak, if they could pick up 9 in a row against the number one overall seeded team in the Detroit Pistons, this would work out huge. This is a good test for San Antonio, a good young team.
They're 18-6 against teams over 500 this year, man.
I'm loving it. And I'm loving the physicality, baby. Let them play. Let them play, refs.
They could have easily caught a foul on Jalen Duren right there, knocking down Wembanyama, but they didn't.
We got a $5 donation from Bobby Cox. I like what the Spurs are doing this season. A year early of improving, but I like it. Rebuilding the right way. Don't do anything. Leave things like they are. That's why when people were talking about should the Spurs go out and get Giannis, a lot of Spurs fans, and me included, thought, no, keep it as it is. Develop what you have right now because it's pretty damn good what they have.
When you are developing your own players, you rather keep those picks than trade them away for a superstar.
Right. Now, eventually, the San Antonio Spurs could use a better wing scorer, right? But right now, I like the trajectory that they're on right now. Thank you so much, Bobby Cox, for the $5 donation. Over 700 people in the chat. We appreciate y'all being here. Smack that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. We're only in the first quarter with under 7 minutes remaining. It's a timeout made by the San Antonio Spurs. Commercial break here on Peacock. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. What's up, Asia Lakeisha Robertson?
Good evening, Asia. How you doing today?
Duggan says that, okay, the league is full of talent. OKC, Spurs, Celtics, Cavs, Pistons, Heat. A lot of talent. Minnesota Timberwolves, the Denver Nuggets, Cavaliers.
The Rockets. Like, the standings in the East and the West, if you lose 2 games in a row, you go down about 4 or 5 in the standings, man.
Sven says, how did Detroit catch up so fast? They went on a run right there, led by Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham. Defense turning into offense.
Cade had a block and a 3. Duren had a steal and a tip in on back-to-back possessions.
And we're back. It's Spurs basketball with Champagny, Wemby, Fox, Vassell, and Castle on the floor. With 18 on the shot clock, 6:49 on the game clock. Here's Fox driving to the low post, triple teamed. He's in trouble, goes right back up and hits a layup underneath.
He tried to throw the pass away and it got deflected right back to him and scored it.
Way to stay with that De'Aaron Fox. There were 3 Pistons jerseys all around him in the post.
That's what you want to see. You want to see that hustle, man.
60-9 lead for the San Antonio Spurs. Here come the Detroit Pistons shooting on the left side of the screen. Cade to the near side.
Ooh.
Catch and shoot 3 for Duncan Robinson with the splash. A 10-2 run for the Pistons in the last 2 minutes, Roach. Makes it a 4-point lead now for San Antonio.
The offense is finally finding that groove, man.
Victor Wembanyama calls for in the right short corner, and he's going to get called for the foul against Jalen Duren, who thought he had a clean swipe at the ball, but the ref says otherwise, and that's going to be number 2 for fouls on Jalen Duren, and that's the 14th foul against the Pistons in the quarter.
Pistons being very aggressive and physical on defense is leading to those fouls.
The crowd booing right now. They didn't like the call. Paul Reed will check in for Duren, who has 2 fouls. So it will be Ron Holland, Paul Reed, Thompson, Cunningham, and Robinson now on the floor for the Pistons. For the Spurs, it's Keldon Johnson, Castle, Vassell, Fox, Wemby, and it's Spurs basketball with 14 on the shot clock. Shooting on the right side of the court in their white jerseys. Castle with the inbound on the near side, hits Victor Wembanyama, top of the key, bounce pass. It's Fox. Fox to Vassell, catch and shoot 3. He will finally miss a top of the key 3, and the rebound belongs to Detroit. Cade now inside to Thompson, and his kick to the corner is intercepted by Fox. Fox runs the floor. Fox down the hill. Fox misses the layup. Rebound belongs to Paul Reed.
Oh, Fox had that. It rimmed halfway in and out.
Detroit down by 4. Had the ball, Roach.
Let's see if they can capitalize and score again, man. Robinson to the corner. 3 ball is missed. Rebound by Fox.
That was Reed with the 3, Roach.
He missed the corner 3. Now it's Keldon Johnson. Johnson attacking Reed. Going up. No good. Rebound Robinson.
Robinson, nice board. 5:17 to go. Ahead to Holland with the layup. And 1.
A late whistle, but they call the N1.
And 1.
Dude, Ron Holland looked like he shot out of a cannon down court.
He took that right to Vassell down the hill. Finish and 1.
He got Vassell out of position right there, and he ended up fouling him. He can make this a 1-point game. Holland averaging 8 points a game this season.
Do you think Detroit will have more than 30 points in the first quarter? Asked Hammer. What do you think?
I'm going to say no. I think both teams score mid-20s.
All right. I'm going to say just shy of 26 points, something like that. And the end 1 free throw is good for Ron Holland, so the Spurs are only up by 1. It's a big run for Detroit.
16-5 run. Castle attacking Reed. Downhill. Blocked by Reed.
And here come the Detroit Pistons. Let's see if they can turn defense into more points. Holland attacking Cornette. Finishes at the rim and 1.
That's back-to-back and 1s for Ron Holland. This time on Luke Cornette. Ron Holland using his speed to get downhill and scoring, man.
We don't have a single mod in the chat. That's crazy.
Wow. Incredible by Ron Holland.
We appreciate those that are in here, though. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all. You say it's going to be 29-28 Spurs at the end of 1? Okay. See if you're right, squad.
Holland at the line. And 1 free throw. Another 3-point play opportunity for him.
He can take a 2-point lead if he makes this, Josh. And he does. 18-16 Detroit.
Do not spoil the chat. Since we have no mods, I'll go ahead and mod as well as call the plays and run the scoreboard. Gotcha. Here's Harper down the hill. Kick out to Keldon Johnson, the right short corner. 10 on the shot clock. Up top to Devin Vassell. Vassell back to Harper, the rookie, taking it down the baseline. Hook shot, left hand finish. Nice. What a shot there by Dylan Harper. We're tied at 18 points. On the court of the Pistons, Robinson, Cunningham, Reed, Holland, and Karis LeVert. Reed thought about shooting the 3, hands it off to Cade Cunningham instead. The give and go to Paul Reed. Vassell the steal. Vassell, Keldon Johnson, layup. It's gonna roll right in. 2018 lead.
It took like 4 bounces off the back rim, but it finally went in. Pistons come back the other way. Crossover for Cade. Kick out Ron Holland for 3.
Ron Holland is on fire. Holland is on fire. Perfect 3 for 3. 9 points for Ron Holland.
And Cade the other way. He's going to get a reaching foul here.
That should put the Spurs in the bonus.
Yep, and it does.
Spurs are in the bonus for the rest of the quarter with 3:51 left to go.
So that was saying Mr. Harper to the line for 2. 3:51 to go in the first quarter. Detroit has the first lead at 21-20. 2 fouls now on Cade Cunningham. Let's see if Harper can make both here. First one is good. Second one coming up.
Tied at 21.
Giodon says the Holland show continues. He's been so good to start this game, man. I mean, he had 3 consecutive buckets, 2-in-1s, and a 3-pointer.
Second free throw coming up for Dylan Harper at the line. And it is missed. Rebounded there by Ron Holland. Here come the Pistons with Holland, LeVert, Reed, Robinson, and Tobias Harris all on the floor with under 4 minutes to go. We're tied at 21.
Robinson finds Tobias left elbow, met up by Harrison Barnes. Screen on to Keldon Johnson. Tobias has got to give it up, and he does here up top to LeVert. Karras 3 to shoot, attacking Johnson. Step back, jump shot. Good for Karras LeVert.
Ooh, Karras with the fadeaway baseline midi. 23-21. Detroit up by 2 now.
Champagne, kick out. Harrison Barnes, air ball to quarter 3.
Air ball. Pistons ball. 3:08 to go.
LeVert to a cutting kick out is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by San Antonio.
13 on the shot clock. What is the bonus? I only hear that here. Bonus.
So that's when one team commits 5 or more personal or
Detroit
team
Pistons
fouls.
committed 5 personal fouls, 5 team fouls. That puts them in the penalty and the Spurs in the bonus, which means now from here on out, for the rest of the quarter, it's free throws anytime there's a foul, whether it's a shooting foul or not.
There you go. Missed 3 here by the Pistons. Rebound by San Antonio. Keldon Johnson short on the 3. Ron Holland with the rebound.
Thank you, sarcasm.
Holland using his speed to get up court. Finds it to Jenkins. Back to Holland from the corner. Airball it right to Harris, and he draws a shooting foul.
Shooting foul. So Harris will go to the line for 2 shots. Dylan Harper with that foul. That's going to be his first.
I'm going to call that a pass from Ron Holland to Tobias Harris.
Air ball.
Sometimes air balls go to the offense.
Harris shooting 2. Looking for his first points of the game. And that first free throw is good. Detroit up by 3.
De'Aaron Fox, we're checked back in this game for San Antonio. Champagne is going to check out.
Roach, where we at?
We just hit 200 likes. Thank y'all so much.
Nice.
Appreciate y'all. So Johnson will check out. Fox in. Detroit looking for a 4-point lead with another free throw by Tobias Harris. And he will give them that 25-21 lead. 2:39 to go here in the first quarter. Harper getting full court pressure from Ron Holland. Got 1 second to get it up in the front court, and he does. Sheesh. Harper will have it. Looking for a pass. Yep, up to Fox. He's got in the right elbow inside for Wembanyama. Backs down Reed. Lost the ball, and it's stolen away. And then it's taken right back by Harper to Champagne. To Wemby. Pop fakes. Step back. 3.
Ooh.
Air ball.
Ooh, just a bit outside for Wembanyama, and the crowd loves it. It's Pistons basketball. It's Pistons basketball after that air ball shot by Wembanyama. Up by 4. Here come the Pistons.
Jenkins hands off to Tobias Harris. Hands it now to Karras LeVert. Back to Harris. He backs down Dylan Harper, the rookie. Going inside the paint, finding cutting Holland against Barnes. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Fight for the rebound off the hands of Wembanyama. Last touch by who? Last touch by Wembanyama. Still Detroit ball. Wemby does not think so. He wants to challenge. No, now he says, no, don't challenge. That did look like it was off Ron Holland. But it's an inbound for San Antonio. Holland, three blocked by Wembanyama, and that's a shot clock violation.
Tap your head, Spurs fans. It is Spurs ball.
Wembanyama with the great defense, his first block of the night. Josh mentioned he's averaging almost 3 blocks a game this season, 2.8. San Antonio with the possession, down by 4. It's Wembanyama here on the right elbow, back it down, Reed. Hand it off to Fox, around Jenkins. Fox, floater is way too strong. Jenkins gets the rebound. Here comes Detroit. Jenkins, against Champagne, whipped it out. Got his
blocked by
rebound. Blocked by. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I thought he carried, too, when he was driving down the hill.
Good defense by Julian Champagne right there.
Man, we've been seeing a lot of blocks here in this first quarter. I love it. For those who complain about lack of defense in the league, tune into this game.
Tobias Harris misses Josh Wemby the rebound.
He missed that baseline jumper. Wembanyama the rebound. Here come the Spurs. Wemby right there to the rim. Misses the layup. Another missed layup for the Spurs. Wemby's 2 for 6 with 5 points. And Harris puts it down the other end. Tobias Harris with the throwdown.
Why did amongst 3 defenders?
Oh, my God.
Okay, Tobias. Wemby misses again. Fight for the rebound, and it's off of Champagne out of bounds.
Wemby not shooting well here in this first quarter. Oh, my goodness. Tobias Harris with that slam. Champagne was late to that, too.
Look out below, man. Detroit is so physical, says Goodman. Yes, they are, bro. Let's get physical.
27-21. Pistons with a 6-point lead. 44 seconds ago, they have the ball with Harris, Reed, Holland, LeVert, and Jenkins.
LeVert trying to get past Fox, hands it off to Tobias Harris, who's met up by Keldon Johnson.
Shot clock to 6, and a foul. De'Aaron Fox with a foul on the floor against Paul Reed. LeVert, he fouled LeVert right there.
That was a foul to give, Josh.
Foul to give. 33 seconds left. 14 on the shot clock for the Pistons. Keep smacking that thumbs up. Over 800 people in the chat. 80 away from 300 likes.
Thank y'all for being here tonight. We appreciate it. Here's an inbounds for Jenkins. 30 seconds to go, 10 to shoot. Gets a screen by Holland. Step back 3. Jenkins is too strong. Champagne in the rebound. We got 1 second for the triple retreat. Game and shot clock here. Spurs will bring up the basketball, trailing by 6 with 15 to go and 13 to shoot. Fox against Holland, looking for a screen. Wembanyama's going to come set it. Fox gets around it. Here drives, kick, Champagne, 3 over Jenkins. Yes!
Oh, finally a splash for the Spurs.
3 seconds to go. Tobias throws it up for 3. No good. 27-24. Detroit at the 1.
That was a hell of a first quarter right there. It was a hot start for the San Antonio Spurs, who went on like an 11-2 run to start the game. Detroit answered right back. They went a big run themselves. They took the lead by 6 at one point. Spurs cut the lead to 3 with the Champagne late splash. 27-24, Detroit at the end of 1. Victor Wembanyama was struggling against the physicality in that first quarter, even missing he missed layups. He missed some wide open shots. 2 for 6, has 5 points.
You missing that physicality pregame, man. It's really affecting Wembanyama. That defense for Detroit did not start off well with that 11-2 start for San Antonio.
Before Jalen Duren went out due to 2 fouls being committed against him, he was playing real up on Victor Wembanyama too, like attached to his hip.
There was an inbounds where they went for Wembanyama. Duren just threw him to the ground and stole it and scored the other way.
Yep.
Let's go. This is playoff atmosphere, and we appreciate y'all joining here tonight.
We'll see how the second quarter goes. 27-24, Detroit Pistons. Pistons shot 32% from the field as well. Pistons shot 32% from the field. Spurs shot 38% from the field. Spurs 45% from downtown. Pistons 27% from downtown. And the Pistons had more turnovers as well. 5 turnovers for Detroit, 3 for San Antonio. But rebounds, 21 boards by the Pistons to the Spurs 10.
21 rebounds. And offensively, Josh, 8 of those came on the offensive side.
And that led to 6 second chance points for the Detroit Pistons. 6 second chance points. No second chance points for the Spurs. Points in the paint, Detroit with 12, San Antonio with 8. Fast break points, Detroit with 10, San Antonio with 2.
I'm not shocked about that fast break stat because we saw in the fast break back-to-back possessions, Ron Holland got in once.
What's up, Big Wood?
What up, Big Wade?
NIL says, man, I hope this is the NBA Finals matchup right here in June.
I would not be against that at all, man. This is such an exciting matchup.
If y'all are having fun, smack that like button. Let's get to 300 likes. We're 76 away from that goal. Hit that subscribe for more NBA live streams. Second quarter about to go.
Let's see if both teams can start out strong because there was a very cold start for Detroit to start the game. Ron Holland's playing for his NBA lives is good. Well, he looks like it here tonight, man. Getting downhill, scoring threes. He's doing everything right now for Detroit. Soroku, what's up, dude?
What's up, Soroku?
Good to see you, man. Jacob Frederick dropping those Spurs emotes in the chat. Him being a Cavs fan would love for Detroit to lose here tonight. Second quarter is about to begin, y'all. Appreciate you being here. Hit that like, hit that sub button. Durango in the chat says, go Pistons.
We got a Detroit Rock City fan in the chat. Okay.
We did a poll before the game. 60% of you guys took San Antonio to beat Detroit. So let's see if you guys are going to win that. Detroit should shut it down and keep the home win streak alive. Well, they're looking for 6 in a row is Detroit. All right, coming out of the second quarter, it will be Detroit basketball. Kate Cunningham will check back in here to start the second quarter. 27-24, Detroit in the lead. And away we go for the second quarter. Detroit basketball up court. They'll have it here at center court. It's a drive. Back it down now. Fox had given off to Kate Cunningham from LeVert. He gets a screen on to Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson with the physicality. Bumps off Cade. Cade inside for Paul Reed. Paul Reed is found on the floor. Reed is found on the floor by Keldon Johnson. Already one
on the
foul.
court for the San Antonio Spurs is Champagne, Fox, Barnes, Keldon Johnson, and Carter Bryant. For the Pistons, on the floor, it's Cade Cunningham, Paul Reed, Ron Holland, Javonte Green, and Karis LeVert. Pistons will inbound from the near sideline to Cade Cunningham. He's got the inbound. Carter Bryant all over him. Read the screen. Keldon Johnson the switch. Top of the key. Cade taking him down the hill. Goes up, and the ball's knocked loose. He was looking for a foul, but Carter Bryant comes up with the steal. Bryant to Fox. Back to Carter. To the cutter. Keldon Johnson layup is good.
They're letting them be physical tonight, Josh.
27-26, a 1-point lead for the Pistons with 11:15 to go.
Paul Reed will have it up top of Duran in foul trouble. Here's a three ball. It's very short. Champagne with the rebound. That was Javonte who missed the three. Now it's Fox getting downhill. Met up by LeVert. Kick out Champagne. Gets around Kate Cunningham. Floats it over Reed. No good. Fight for the rebound. Last touch by Detroit out of bounds. So a second chance opportunity here for San Antonio. 14 in the shot clock, 10:54 to go here in the first half. Inbounds for Barnes in the corner. Now to Johnson on the elbow, up top to Champagne and top of the key. Bryant hands it off to Fox with 6 to shoot. Fox, 3 over LeVert. Kills LeVert, got a piece of it. And Kate Cunningham will steal it away. Detroit with the defense. Javonte, kick out. Karis LeVert will rim out the corner 3. And Harrison Barnes will fight for the rebound amongst 3 defenders and throws it up court for Fox. To the corner for Carter Bryant. He'll slow down the offense. Hand it out to Keldon Johnson. And Johnson got it knocked out of bounds by Paul Reed. Johnson wanted the fouls. He got knocked down. There was no call on it being inbounds here for San Antonio. Oh, that was good defense there by Karis LeVert. He was actually the one that knocked the ball out of bounds. They're playing like this is a game 6 or a game 7. This is great, man. This is what you want to see out of 2 of the best teams in the league. Champagne will have the inbounds off to Keldon Johnson. 10 is shooting the right elbow, and an offensive foul off the ball by San Antonio.
A turnover against Carter Bryant. That's going to be Detroit Pistons basketball. On the court for Pistons, it's Cade Cunningham, Paul Reed, Ron Holland, Javonte Green, Karis LeVert. Cunningham, well, we'll let LeVert bring it across the halfway mark. He's picked up full court by Carter Bryant. Now to Paul Reed, top of the key, takes a bounce, starts to back down. Keldon Johnson, dribble handoff. Goes Cade, give and go. Reed, reverse layup down the baseline. Good. Okay.
I like how he switched hands right there and went off the bank of good for Reed. San Antonio with the possession, the other side of the court. It's Stephon Castle getting around Javonte. Kick it up to Johnson. Around. Carter Bryant. Corner three.
Ooh, corner three.
We are tied at 29 apiece with 9:40 to go.
Cade Cunningham going to work inside against Castle. Goes up with the one hand. No good. Keldon Johnson tips it out off the long rebound to Champagne, who's already in the front court. Hop step over Javonte. Floater. No good. Keldon Johnson the putback. And the block out of bounds by the Pistons. Stays with San Antonio. 13 on the shot clock. 9:28 left to go here in the quarter.
That was another block by Cade Cunningham. He's already got 2 tonight, Josh.
Detroit Pistons average 6.3 blocks per game. Jalen Duren will check in. Duren in for Paul Reed. So it's Duren, Cade, Holland, Green, and LeVert. Ball's inbounded for the baseline.
Did he just get a 5-second violation? He did!
I was about to crash out. Like, inbound the ball! Jesus. But good job by Detroit to deny entry. Not shot clock. 5-second violation.
The Spurs did not want to use a timeout. Now each team with 5 turnovers.
12 likes away from 250. Appreciate y'all. Smack that thumbs up.
Let's go.
You're having a good time. If not, then don't.
We appreciate y'all being here for one of the best matchups in the league, man. Cade, quickly up court, downhill, over Keldon Johnson.
31-29, Piston lead, and now Cade Cunningham has 5 points.
3 assists to go on with those 5. Castle on the other side against Javonte. Hands it off to Johnson, feeds it to Barnes. Left open for 3. He missed it. Fight for the rebound and a loose ball foul on Keldon Johnson. So another foul here in San Antonio. That will be Detroit basketball. Good judgment there mid-air by Cade Cunningham on that layup to go to the left hand. 9:05 to go in the first half, 2-point lead, and Victor Wembanyama comes back into the game. Detroit will bring up the ball for Karis LeVert against Carter Bryant and hand it off to Cade. Left elbow against Stephon Castle, and a foul by Carter Bryant off ball.
Carter Bryant picking up the foul right there. That's going to be foul number 3 for Carter.
Ooh.
3 fouls for the Rook.
He just came into the game not too long ago as well.
On the court for the Pistons is Duren, Cade Cunningham, Ron Holland, Javonte Green, Karis LeVert. 14 the shot clock, ball's inbounded. Spurs have Champagne, Wembanyama, Castle, Barnes, and Bryant. Almost a steal right there for the Spurs.
LeVert picked it up. Find Javonte, missed the corner 3, rebound Carter Bryant.
Bryant, Champagne, and here's Castle going baseline, drawing a shooting foul from Karis LeVert. Got a pop in the face, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots. 2 shots for the Spurs.
Finally, Josh, the Spurs were able to get in transition and do something with it, man. Have not had a whole lot of chances in transition so far in this game. 2 shots coming up for the San Antonio Spurs to tie this game at 31 apiece, y'all. It's been a great, more back and forth here in the second quarter than it was in the first quarter, where San Antonio started off strong and Detroit finished strong. Castle, first one up and short, missed it. Second one coming up, he can make this a 1-point game. Castle's always missing free throws. Well, he missed another one right there. I'll take a will comparison for Wembanyama, and they're their own players, man. Castle would try to make the second free throw. He missed the first. And Castle, 1 minute both. Wemby got the rebound, put it up, no good.
Dude, Wemby's 2 for 7.
That physicality, man. He had 3 defenders on him when he took that. Holland, kick out. LeVert misses the corner three. Holland the rebound in the putback.
How about Holland? 4 for 8, 11 points, 6 rebounds off the bench. Second chance points for Detroit have been pretty nice.
6-0 in favor of Detroit.
No, that's 8. That was wrong. They were wrong on the graphic.
And here's a steal by Cade Cunningham. Cade ducks it.
Timeout, San Antonio. The crowd is on their feet. It's pandemonium in Detroit as they're up 6 with 8 minutes to go. Spurs call timeout. This defense, Wemby was backing down. Duren and Cade comes right from behind, picks his pocket, and takes it the other side for a slam. No one called Wolf. That's milk and cookies for Cade Cunningham.
So many times already tonight, Detroit's great defense has led to easy buckets on the other side. The defense did not look good to start the game, but it's really picked up pace and leading them right now to a 35-29 lead. I'm at home and I'm on my feet too, says Pikachu's mom. Hey, Detroit fans, make some noise in the chat. What a start to the second quarter for y'all. 8-5 early lead here in the second quarter for the Detroit Pistons. Led by this defense. They're getting blocks. They're getting steals. They do lead the league in blocks per game, as Josh mentioned, with over 6, almost 7 blocks per game Detroit averages. So while Victor Wembanyama in this game leads the league in blocks per game as a team, well, that's for Detroit. Yo, Soroku! 36 months in the cult of fury. As a Laker fan, I want to be mad if this was an NBA Finals matchup with the Pistons winning it. Soroku, I think a lot of people would love if this is an NBA Finals matchup, man. The physicality, Victor versus Cade Cunningham, 2 of the young stars of this generation, man. It would be a lot of fun, bro. Me as a Warrior fan, I would love seeing it too, dude. Yo, Soroku, thank you so much for the 36 months, my man. Appreciate you, bro. That's what's up. What's up, Notre Dame fans? What's up, boys? How to make time in this amazing game. Dude, it's been a lot of fun so far, man. Let's see if it keeps up at this pace. As just mentioned, Victor Wembanyama struggling 2 for 7 right now. He's missed 2 layups, and he's airballed twice. So not a good start for Wembanyama. Meanwhile, for the other superstar in this game, Cade Cunningham, he's not shooting great himself. He's 3 for 10. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks for Cade Cunningham. So both Cade and Wembanyama shooting a combined 5 for 17 to start this game. But then you look around, you got 9 for Devin Vassell. On the other side, you got 6 for Duren, 11 for Holland. So these role players stepping up for both teams right now, and the superstars aren't shooting so high. Knicks are going to win it all? Awesomeness? I would not mind seeing that. They have not won a championship in like 50 years, man. Who knows? Maybe we get a New York-Detroit conference finals. We saw how great that series was last year, man. That was a lot of fun to cover. Maybe that's our conference finals this year. Detroit basketball. Welcome on in, Andre. I know you got to be loving this right now, bro. We are 50 likes away for 300. Thank y'all so much for joining here tonight. Coming out of the timeout by the San Antonio Spurs, they will have the possession. Much better start to the second quarter for Detroit than the first quarter. Victor Wembanyama will have it. Trying to attack, throw it up. No foul call, and he turned it over. Jalen Duren got a steal, and it's stolen right back by Julian Champagnie. San Antonio with it the other side. 7 turnovers for the Spurs, 6 for the Pistons. Victor Wembanyama now double team. Off to Dylan Harper. Kick out. Champagnie from the corner. He got it.
Oh, what a splash there from the corner pocket for Julian Champagnie. Cuts the lead to 3. Other Spurs need to start stepping up offensively.
Champagnie, we know he can knock down those shots.
Castle has 0 for 4 from the field. And LeVert just dribbled out of bounds. That's a turnover.
It literally went right down the baseline and just dribbled it.
Castle has yet to score in this game.
And Vassell's got another three.
I wish we would have caught that. Broadcast was
No.
late.
Devin Vassell just made his fourth three of the game and a timeout right away by Detroit.
Vassell, leading scorer for the Spurs with 12 points. In fact, he leads all scorers with 12 points. That is now 8 splashes from the Spurs from downtown.
Right away, we saw that. Champagne got an open corner three. Vassell got an open elbow three. 6-0 run for San Antonio, and Detroit needs timeouts. So we've seen both teams respond to an early timeout by their respective coaches. Detroit in the first quarter went on a 16-5 run, and now out of the Spurs timeout here in the second, 6-0 run. What's up, TD? Says win the second quarter, San Antonio. Well, they're trying to do that. They're now lead the second quarter 11-8. 11-8. Asia says Karis LeVert was on my Nets. Yes, he was. Now he's over here in Detroit. Playing all right. He's definitely stepped up with Beast 2 out of the lineup recently. Him and Paul Wade have stepped up recently for them. Is this going to be a tie game or what? Yes, it is, Billy the Kid. I mean, it was only a 1.5 point favorite for Detroit coming into this game, man. What's up, Willie? This is a game of runs. It really is right now. We saw that here in the second quarter and in the first quarter, man. Will K get one more three-pointer? Yeah, I think K can hit another three, absolutely. Now, he is struggling right now. He's 3 for 10. He's 3 for 10. Easy, yeah. Detroit was down 14-2 to start this game. Now they're looking a lot better with a tie game here at 35. The spread was 1.5. Yes, it was, Dre. This could definitely be a finals preview, man. I need Duran to score 15 points. Well, Jalen Duran adds 6 points for rebounds, but he's going to stay out of foul trouble. He's got 2 early fouls. Now, so far, so good for him in the second quarter. It definitely needs to be more aggressive going forward. And 7 Pounds mentioned this, how Castle and a few of these role players are getting shut down right now. That's that Detroit defense. This is the number 3 defense in the league, is Detroit. You're seeing it here right now with how they are shutting down their role players. They're effectively taking Wembanyama out of this game right now as well. Jacob, we do play the Grizzlies coming up this week. Yes, sir, man. The Warriors, and we better beat them. Duran's a walking double-double. Will be close for those 15 points. Expecting to be a lot more aggressive going forward, as long as he stays out of foul trouble. Alan says, I got Cade under 37.5 PRA, which is points, rebounds, and assists. Well, right now he's at 13. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, but he's 3 for 10. He's 3 for 10. So coming out of this timeout, it's a 6-0 run right now for San Antonio. It'll be Detroit basketball. It'll be Detroit basketball. Austin Rivers, analyst for NBC on the Spurs bench. Inbounds for Detroit underneath their own basket. 7:12 to go here in the first half. Wall tied up at 35 at the back-to-back threes for Champagne and Vassell for the Spurs. Ron Holland will have it up top and give it off to Cade. Inside for Duran, stolen away. Stolen away by Devin Vassell. He has made plays on both sides of the court right now. He'll hand it off to Castle. Back to Vassell. Screen by Wembanyama. Back to Castle. Pump fakes, attacks, kicks out. Champagne corner, 3!
And the Spurs regain the lead, 38-35. Julian Champagne, 9 points, 3 for 5. 9-0 run for the Spurs in the last minute.
2 threes by Champagne, 1 by Vassell. Cade, double teamed. Off. Here's Thompson inside. Layup over Wembanyama.
Oh, he took it right to him. Wemby's not having a great game right now.
Offensively or defensively, man. Ooh, Vassell shoved Javante, no call. Harper will have it off the Castle. The crossover, the slam.
Wemby set the pick. Castle with the attack. That's his first field goal. His second field goal. No, that's his first field goal. That is his first field goal. 40-37. That's his first.
Jalen Duren behind the back pass to Cade. He'll set his feet for three.
Cade Cunningham, his second splash of the game. Now he has 10 points. Tied game at 40.
Back and forth we go here in the second quarter, man.
What's up, Arturo?
What up, Arturo?
Wemby set the screen. Castle the attack. Goes right to the cup for a layup. Off the window. 42-40. Spurs up by 2.
Can Detroit respond right back?
On the floor for the Pistons, it is Tobias Harris, Duncan Robinson, Jalen Duren, Cade Cunningham, Asura Thompson. Inside. Floater up. Holland. The miss. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. It's Spurs basketball. Can we get Wemby back involved in this ball game offensively? Even defensively, they've been going at Wemby.
Even though he had an early block, they're not afraid of him tonight, man.
Hell yeah, Arjo, this is a good-ass game, dude. 5:11 left to go here in the second quarter. 42-40. What's going on? Why? I'll never understand why sometimes they take so long to inbound. Bring up the ball is going to be Dylan Harper. I'm not Dylan Harper.
Harper, yeah, that is Harper, and he falls down and draws a foul.
Harper fouled by Duncan Robinson.
Okay. Now, are they going to say that's on the attack or on the floor? They're going to say that's on the floor.
On the floor. Robinson that picked up his first foul.
First foul?
On the floor for the Spurs, it's Wemby, Fox, Vassell, Harper, and Champagnie. 5:02 to go. 50 on the shot clock. Ball's inbound from the left sideline. Fox to Wembanyama on the left wing outside. Handoff. Goes to Vassell for three. It rims out. Duren the rebound. Duren now has 5 boards.
6 points, 5 boards for Jalen Duren. Cade around Fox. Hits to the corner, deflected out of bounds by Dylan Harper.
I love the colors, says Arturo, that the Pistons are wearing. Yes. I like this. These are the old school colors that they used to wear back in the late 90s.
They're clean. They're really clean.
Ball's inbounded. Robinson, the catch and shoot 3 off the back iron. Rebound belongs to Champagnie. And here come the San Antonio Spurs up by 2, looking to extend the lead. Wemby the screen, top of the key to Harper. Takes Cade off the dribble. Goes right to the low post. Bounce pass. Vassell attacks from the wing. Pull up. Got it. Devin Vassell. 44-40. And Vassell has 14 points.
He's just being aggressive, giving him his open spots. Almost stolen by Harper up court.
Cade was bringing it across the timeline. Almost stolen up by Harper. Finds inside for the mid-range shot. Good for 2. And that's going to go to Asar Thompson.
Asar being a lot more aggressive here in the second quarter.
18 the shot clock for the Spurs. Fox picked up by Robinson. He's got 3 jerseys surrounding him. And he's going to draw a foul. And Tobias Harris and the crowd do not like the call at all. A rain of boos from the crowd.
Harris was just standing with the ball in his hand like, what did I do?
Oh, yeah, he definitely swiped at his wrist. That's a foul. Looking at that replay, that's definitely a foul.
Well, it's an NBA play. I'm not shocked he's complaining.
Wemby's having a seat, so it's going to be Champagnie, Fox, Vassell, Castle, and Keldon Johnson on the floor. Here's Castle, guarded by Robinson. Crossover dribble to the rim, misses. Rebounded by Tobias Harris. He took a spill to the ground. Here's Cade the other side. Cade, Robinson, pump fake, reloads for a corner 3. He drops it from downtown. 45-44 Piston lead. Fox quickly the other way. Fox, Castle to the kick out. Champagnie drops it right back.
Whoa.
He gets the 3 right back. How about Champagnie, man? 4 for 6, 12 points. 47-45 Spurs lead. And we got a fight. Keldon Johnson and Duren need to be separated. Castle is on the ground. He's back up. Things got chippy here. Duren and Johnson had to be separated. Remember, Jalen Duren was just suspended.
Coming off a 4-game suspension. Oh, we still got it going a little bit.
Duncan Robinson getting involved?
Yeah.
Duncan Robinson got tired of those people talking shit about how he didn't get involved that last time there was a fight.
Oh. So, Josh, what started it all was Cade Cunningham threw down Council to the ground and got an offensive foul.
And Cade, is this going to get looked at? So here's a replay. Cade Cunningham against Castle. They're Oh, he just threw him right to the ground, looked over his body. Johnson shoves Cade. Duran waves his finger at Keldon Johnson. They have to be separated. Cade Cunningham getting frustrated with Castle. He went right through his chest and threw him to the ground.
You gotta love this physicality in this game, man.
I'm sure this is getting looked at, reviewed right now.
I would absolutely think that's going to be a flagrant or a tactical on Cade Cunningham.
926 people in the chat. We're almost to 300 likes. We're 28 people away from that goal. If you're having a good time, easiest thing in the world is hit that thumbs up. Let us know if you are. We are having a review right now by the referees as Cade Cunningham was called for an offensive foul, throwing Castle to the ground. Things got chippy from there on out between Duran and Keldon Johnson as they got into each other's faces and had to be separated. And right now they're showing the replay from that Duran and Pistons and Charlotte Hornets fight that saw multiple players getting suspended, including Duran, who just came back from suspension, Beef Stew, who's still in suspension for that game. Detroit basketball. It's physical. It's nasty.
Dude, I love this, man. You don't see this in this game anymore, man.
Road Trip in the chat says, man, this is playoff basketball, dude. I love it. We were saying that right from the jump. Hey, Tario, thanks so much for the subscribe. We were saying that from the jump. This has playoff atmosphere to it. The crowd's feeling it. The players, you in the chat, we're all feeling this right now. This is some serious, serious shit.
That's why I think a lot of people would be okay if this was an NBA Finals matchup, man.
Xavier, what's up?
What's up, dude? So we are getting this looked at, ladies and gentlemen.
3:21 left to go here in the half. And they're still reviewing this to see whether or not this is extracurricular right here by Cade. Will he get called for a flagrant? Will it be double text?
We have double technical fouls on Keldon Johnson and Jalen Duran.
Nothing for Cade? Just the foul?
Nothing for Cade.
Okay. So technical on Keldon Johnson, technical on Jalen Duran.
I'm shocked Cade didn't get anything more than just an offensive foul there.
24 on the shot clock for the Pistons, 3:21 on the game clock. Wemby was on the bench during that scuffle.
Xavier, they were looking at if there was any flagrants there. That's why we were checking so long.
And they were checking to see who they're going to assess those techs on, and they did so to Keldon Johnson and Jalen Duran. Remember, if either one of those guys get a tech, another one for the rest of the game, they're out. Cade will have a seat. So on the floor for the Pistons, it's Harris, Robinson, Thompson, Reed, and Jenkins. For the Spurs, who have the ball, it's Champagnie, Fox, Vassell, Castle, and Keldon. Robinson picking up. Fox, pull back, mid-range shot, too strong, hits the back iron. Rebound belongs to Paul Reed. Outlet ahead, goes to Jenkins. He'll be picked up by Fox, switched up by Keldon Johnson, feeds Reed inside the post. He's got a couple jerseys, goes up and under, and hits the reverse layup off the window. How about Paul Reed to tie the game at 47?
Woo. He's been such a great backup for Detroit this year, man. Incredible move.
Fox dropped, Vassell driving, and draws a foul from Jenkins. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots. That's 14 fouls for the Pistons, I believe.
So one more, and that puts San Antonio into the bonus. Dude, that move by Paul Reed was nasty.
Yeah, he went up and under. 4 points for Reed, 2 rebounds. Here's Vassell, who leads all scorers with 14 points. Misses the first free throw.
San Antonio's missed some free throws here to start this game. They missed 4 of them.
Wembanyama will check back in. Wemby back in for Stephon Castle. So it will be Keldon Johnson, Vassell, Fox, Wemby, and Champagnie on the floor. For the Pistons, it's Harris, Duncan Robinson, Thompson, Paul Reed, and Jenkins. Vassell, second free throw attempt. It's good. Dude, this crowd is red hot. You hear them booing as he was shooting that?
Love this crowd tonight, man. They're making this feel like a playoff game, this crowd is. Jenkins will hand off to Reed. Back to Jenkins against Fox, right elbow. 2:29 to play in the first half. Jenkins has it again, screened by Thompson, and Jenkins lays it up and
He
in.
took it right to Wemby. The Pistons are attacking Wembanyama defensively, and we got an offensive foul on the other side. Duncan Robinson is fouled, and it's a turnover for the Spurs.
That was Champagne who knocked him down.
It's Pistons basketball. Dude, Wemby is not having the greatest game. He's not being effective offensively, not having really an impact there. He's 2 for 9 shooting, and defensively, they are attacking Wemby.
They are not afraid of him, man, at all.
That's rare to see, dude. Usually
Very.
he just shuts everything down and teams are afraid of him because he affects the game that way. But the Pistons are daring him.
He's averaging 2.6 blocks a game. Tobias off the fadeaway, rolls it out for Sale, gets the rebound. 1:49 to go in the first half. Fox has a 3-on-1. Kicks out to Vassell. Champagne in for 3. Missed it this time. Johnson misses the tip. 5 for the rebound. Wembanyama's got it. Put up. He missed again. 5 for the rebound taken by Harris. Jenkins the other way. Missed the finger roll, but dunked it by Paul Reed.
Paul Reed, the trailer, clean up on aisle 2. Spurs down by 3.
1:28 to go in the first half. Ball got away a little bit, so they had to go retrieve it.
10 likes away from 300. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Oof, let's go. Here's San Antonio at the center court logo. It's De'Aaron Fox. Gets a screen by Wembanyama. Kick out here for Sale. Deep 3.
He continues to get it done. He continues to get it done. That's 18 points. And back to the way, quick dunk down the baseline for Thompson to regain the lead 53-51 with 1 minute to go. What a game. What a game.
Awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. Back and forth, punch for punch, man. Fox attacking, pull up over Reed.
De'Aaron Fox, 2 for 7, finally scores his second field goal of the game. We're tied at 53 with 42 seconds. Here's Harris crossing up Fox. Fox with the rip. That's Cookies ahead to Keldon Johnson for the two-handed slam. Milk it, Cookies, for the Spurs. They take the lead 55-53. 10 turnovers for Detroit now.
And San Antonio scored 15 points off those 10 turnovers. Robinson around Fox. Kicking inside. A short Thompson met by Wembanyama. Doesn't matter. He scores.
Thank you, Great Walrus.
Walrus.
Tied game at 55. What's up, B?
Thompson. What up, B? What up, man? Fox. Center court. 9 to go in the corner. 7, 6, 5. Fox with 4, with 3, step back, 3, no good. And Johnson the rebound. There was a foul on the floor by Detroit.
A late whistle called against Thompson on the floor against Victor Wembanyama, which put the San Antonio Spurs in the bonus. So that's free throws coming up for Victor.
That's a bailout foul by Detroit. 0.7 to go.
B Money says, sorry, Mr. Draft. My uncle died last night. My uncle died, and I was down in the deep South Kentucky. Kind of slipped my mind. Oh, no, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, condolences to your family, man. Sorry to hear that, B. That
How you doing?
And hopefully you and your family are all right, bro. Losing a family member always sucks, dude. Wembanyama will make both free throws. 57-55 San Antonio. Detroit on the inbounds. Thompson from half court. No good. San Antonio up by 2 at halftime.
How about that, man? How about that? 57-55 Spurs to take the lead, outscored Detroit 33-28 in that second quarter. This has been the game we've been looking for. This is the game we were expecting. I can't wait for the second half. Thank y'all for tuning in, hitting that subscribe, hitting that thumbs up. Let's get to 300 likes, which we just did. That was a great first half. It was nitty. It was gritty. We had physicality. We had chippiness. We had double text being assessed. This is a playoff atmosphere, folks. This is playoff atmosphere. The crowd is hot. It's into it. It makes us get into it. This could be a finals preview, and if it is, this is a 7-game series.
just like it was back in 2005. Not only with the defense and the physicality, Josh, we saw where both teams would blow the blow from downtown as well.
We saw 8 lead changes in this first half. 8 lead changes. 9 times the game was tied. So 9 ties, 8 lead changes in this first half. We're going to see a whole lot more of that going into the second half. Some things that jumped out at me was the 3-point shooting of the San Antonio Spurs, led by Champagnie and Devin Vassell. Like, those guys are the MVP and X factor right now offensively for the San Antonio Spurs. 18 for Vassell, 12 for Champagnie, knocking down majority of those threes, which was 11. Shot 50%, the Spurs did. 50% from downtown in that first half. That was one thing that jumped out at me. Another thing that jumped out at me was Victor Wembanyama offensively, not very good. 2 for 9 shooting. I thought the Detroit Pistons D'd him up pretty damn well. Whoever was on him, Jalen Duren did a good job. Harris, Thompson, they're throwing bodies out there, making things difficult for Victor Wembanyama as not just as a scorer, but as trying to be a playmaker. No assist from Wemby in that first half. He did have 7 rebounds, but also the defensive side. Detroit not being too afraid of Victor Wembanyama. Multiple times we saw the guy with the ball taking it right to Wemby. I mean, bodying him right inside, taking it right to the rim. Wemby, who is the league's leader in shot blocks per game, like 2.7, they are taking it right to Wemby at times.
And that's the thing. The first possession of the game, they attacked Wemby and they got blocked, but they don't care. As long as they're continuing to attack him with success, they're going to do it. Don't get away from it, Josh.
I'm going to go over the halftime box score so that way you guys can see what's going on with the stats and stuff like that for the team stats as well as the individual stats. Just taking a look at the shooting percentages, Detroit shot 43% from the field in that first half, 28% from downtown with 5 made threes. Meanwhile, the Spurs shot 42% from the field with 50% shooting from beyond the arc with 11 made threes. Taking a look at the turnovers in that first half, Detroit with 10 turnovers. They gave up 15 points to San Antonio off the turnovers. The Spurs, they committed 8 turnovers. They gave up only 8 points to Detroit. Rebounds, Detroit 29 to the Spurs 22. And they were getting some offensive rebounds in that first half, folks. 9 offensive rebounds, which led to, let's see, how many second chance points? 10. 10 second chance points for Detroit. Meanwhile, San Antonio had 6 offensive rebounds and were only able to manage 2 second chance points. Taking a look at the points in the paint, 34 for Detroit, only 20 for San Antonio. So San Antonio is getting it done around the mid-range and from around the perimeter, whereas Detroit is more so attacking inside, defensive against the defense of the Spurs. And the fast break points, that goes to Detroit as well. 12-4 in favor of Detroit on the fast breaks. Now let's take a look at the individual box score and taking a look at the San Antonio Spurs. 12 points for Julian Champagnie, 4 for 7 from the field, 4 for 5 from downtown, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, and an assist for Julian. 18 points for Devin Vassell. He's actually your leading scorer for the game on 6 for 8 shooting, 5 for 7 from downtown. Devin freaking Vassell is on fire. Let's see if he can keep that up. He also has 2 assists. For Victor Wembanyama, he's 2 for 9 from the field, 1 for 3 from downtown with 7 points, 7 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block. Let's see if Victor can have a second half better than the first. For De'Aaron Fox, he's 2 for 8 shooting, not shooting very well. 0 for 3 from downtown, 4 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 turnover. Stephon Castle, also not shooting all that well. 2 for 7 shooting, 4 points, 6 assists, though, with 1 rebound and 1 turnover. Taking a look at the bench, 6 points from Kelvin Johnson on 3 for 7 shooting with 2 rebounds. And then we have 3 points from Carter Bryant with 2 rebounds and an assist and a block. Dylan Harper only taking 1 field goal attempt, and that was from downtown. He has 3 points with 2 assists and 1 rebound. So going into the second half, you need to see more firepower from Victor Wembanyama, from De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper off the bench. those guys need to step up offensively because how much can you expect of this from Devin Vassell and Julian Champagny carrying the load offensively, knocking down a combined 9 threes in that first half? So those are the guys do need to step up offensively against a very tough defense by Detroit. Now, taking a look at the Pistons, in their starting five, only one player in double digits, and that is Cade Cunningham. 10 points on 4 for 11 shooting, 2 for 3 from downtown with 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, and 2 blocks for Cade. 8 points for Thompson on 4 for 5 shooting with 2 turnovers, 1 assist, 1 rebound. No steals, no blocks yet for Thompson. Jalen Duren, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist, 1 turnover. Duncan Robinson had 6 points with 2 for 5 shooting, 2 of those field goals coming from downtown with 3 assists and 2 rebounds. Looking down to the bench, Ron Holland is their leading scorer off the bench with 11 points, 4 for 9 from the field with 6 rebounds. Holland coming in there, knocking down a 3, getting those points in the paint, those putbacks. Holland is looking good out there. He's their leading scorer. Paul Reed, good minutes from him, 6 points in 12 minutes with 3 rebounds, and he's definitely had the effect in the post on both ends of the floor. Javonte Green, no points, 2 from Karis LeVert, 2 from Jenkins on 1 for 5 shooting from the field. So that is 11, 13, 15 points off the bench for the Detroit Pistons, and we have 12 points off the bench for the San Antonio Spurs. Looking at assists in that first half, 17 assists for the San Antonio Spurs, 13 for Detroit. And that is your halftime box score and game leaders so far. So going into the second half with the Spurs leading by 2, like I said, some keys for San Antonio. They got to get those second chance opportunities to work for them. 6 offensive rebounds, only 2 second chance points. They got to start crashing some boards on the offensive end. They need to get Victor. They need to get Victor Wembanyama. They need to get De'Aaron Fox. They got to get guys like Dylan Harper, and Stephon Castle going offensively because they are not shooting well. I know that defense is tough. It's tight against Detroit, especially on the road, but they got to find a way, especially for Victor.
It's so crazy to see a team attack Victor Wembanyama the way they are right now and not be afraid of him. They have to continue that in the second half unless Victor Wembanyama decides to step up and block them.
Andy, this game is actually on Peacock tonight. It's only on Peacock. It's not on NBC or anything. I was mentioning that pregame. I was talking about how is this game not in a more prime time slot? I'm talking like 7:30, 8 o'clock time slot, Central Time Zone on NBC or something,
Mm-hmm.
and not on an app.
On ESPN or maybe even Prime.
What's up,
Now
Yusuf? Too sweet, buddy.
What up, Yusuf? Maybe they're thinking this game being in Detroit, they wanted it early. Peacock got the rights to it. Because the only other game on Peacock tonight is Rockets and Jazz.
Free throws tonight. In that first half, Spurs are 4 for 8 from the free throw line, which is 50%. Detroit, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 100%. So not a whole lot of free throws in this ball game, which is crazy because we usually stream a lot of Golden State Warriors and Laker games, and there's usually a lot of free throws in those games.
And for this game to be as physical it is, Josh, and only have that amount of free throws is crazy to look at. Especially because it feels like both teams have been in the bonus.
Do you see Cade and Wemby getting 20-plus points in the second half? So, Victor Wembanyama not shooting all that well. He's only made 2 field goals. He's 2 for 9 from the field with 7 points. Does he crack 20 tonight? Well, I'm going to say yes. I think these guys are going to get going. I think Victor is going to lock in, and I think he will crack 20. I think he'll get 13 points in the second half. What about Cade Cunningham? Can Cade crack 20? Well, he's on pace to hit 20. So, yes, I think Cade will get 20 points.
See, for Victor Wembanyama, he had a lot of open shots in that first half. He was just missing them. So, absolutely, I think Victor Wembanyama will get that 20. And, yeah, Cade will get his dues, too. So, I'm agreeing with Josh.
Going back to the predictions, I took the Spurs. Rocha took the Pistons. We were split, and it's a tight game, 2-point game. B Money says Cade Cunningham is going to win. wind up winning MVP because nobody else is going to be eligible, and then people are going to cry and they are going to revoke the 65 game rule for MVP. We know it's coming. People have been talking about this kind of thing. If this is going to happen, because so many players have been missing a whole lot of games, if SGA continues to miss games, will he be in danger of not being eligible? Let's say that happens. I hope it doesn't, but let's say that does happen. Who would be the MVP outside of SGA and Jokic, who in this scenario, hypothetically, not eligible for MVP? Who is it? For me, I think I might give a vote to either Cade. I think it's between Cade and Jaylen Brown.
What about Luka?
Luka Doncic, he'll get some votes, but I think it's between Jaylen Brown and Cade Cunningham for me, outside of SGA and Nikola Jokic.
Now,
Jokic won't be
Jokic.
eligible. SGA has been missing games.
So I saw yesterday, SGA has 12 more games he can miss. Jokic only has one more game he can miss.
Right. I think Jokic will probably miss that one game.
Yes.
Will SGA miss 12 more games? I don't think so.
Uh-uh.
But for this hypothetical, if he
Yeah.
did, my vote's going to go to either Jaylen Brown or Cade Cunningham.
I'm going to give my vote to Luka Doncic because of how credible he has been this year when he's healthy.
No one thought the Pistons, no one thought the Celtics would be as good as they are right now.
Dude, I'd be so happy for Jaylen Brown if he ended up winning MVP this year, man.
They're the 4th overall seed in the entire NBA behind the Pistons, Thunder, and Spurs. Pistons being number one in the league record-wise, above the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And that could be something that sways the votes in favor of Cade Cunningham if it comes down to that situation. Because in my situation, Lakers will probably end up being like a 5th or 6th seed. Luka doesn't play defense. That's true, but they don't always look at that when it comes to MVP.
Oh, yeah. But Cade does.
Oh, absolutely.
Jaylen does.
We saw the defense from Cade today. Just 2 blocks in that first half.
Dude, that block at the rim and then to finish it off with a 3 on the other side was nasty work.
That's what really sparked this comeback for Detroit, because to start the game, they were down 11-2. That really sparked that comeback.
All right. We're still at a halftime. Hit that thumbs up. Let's try to get to 400 on the live stream. If you guys are having a good time, and hit that subscribe. I want to see your name pop up here on the screen. This might be a finals preview. And if it is, we're going to be live for that. Because no matter who it is, at the end of the year, we will be live for the NBA Finals.
Hopefully it's the Golden State Warriors. I'm just kidding. It should be a great finals no matter who's in it, man.
Why not Wemby MVP? Could be Wemby MVP. He might get some votes. He'll be Defensive Player of the Year in my book, though.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Gobert?
Gobert. It could be Gobert, actually. Gobert's been having a crazy defensive year.
The only problem with Gobert this year is he keeps getting flagrant fouls. He got suspended again because of one the other day. Victor Wembanyama on the season averaging 24 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists.
Arto says, Josh, have you heard of Joe? Joe who?
Joe Mama. Joe. You give Brunson a chance? Jalen Brunson would be up there. I don't know if he'd get any votes in that situation, but he's been a really good leading the Knicks to a top 4 seed again this season. Mojo says, yeah, I'll say Jaylen Brown's definitely the MVP. That would be awesome. His average is up 7 points this year. Last year, he only averaged 22 points a game. This year, he's up to almost 30 points per game. So maybe if he doesn't get MVP, maybe he can get most improved player for raising his average 7 freaking points, man. Where Gobert had the most defensive player year ever, he very well could at this pace, man. Even if his offense isn't there anymore, his defense is still great when he's not fouling. We're getting so close to baseball. March Madness, free agency, WBC, and the draft. It's beautiful. B-Money, we're almost in March. It's the final regular season month for basketball and hockey, man. It's going to be great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, second half's about to begin. If you're ready, smack that like, hit that sub button, because we're ready. Muted.
Fuck. Hate this microphone.
Thompson, the jump shot, no good to start the second half. Rebound for Sell.
Spurs will be shooting on the left side of the screen now.
Detroit will be on the right. Champagne inside for Victor Wembanyama. Around back to Champagne. He will go against Cade. Kick it out to Vassell. Against Robinson. 9 to shoot. Champagne left elbow 3. Nope. Rebound Thompson. San Antonio up 57-55. Thompson will hand it off to Duran. Bounces it to Duncan Robinson. Feeds it back to Thompson. Over back to Duran. 12 to shoot. Looking for a passing lane. He's going to take the jump shot over Wembanyama.
Let's make sure we're synced up here. 11, 10, 9, 8. Here's Fox going baseline. Ooh, nice hesitation move on Cade Cunningham. Stops on a dime and scores with an underneath bucket. 10, 59, 58, 57, 56.
Here comes Detroit the other way. Duncan Robinson for 3.
Duncan Robinson. 9 points now from Duncan.
He's 3 for 5 from downtown now, Josh.
I was telling you guys, for the parlays, I thought he would be pretty good over 2.5 made threes.
Fox got a shooting foul on Cade. That is Cade's 4th foul of the game. That is Cade's 4th foul, so watch out for that. And yeah, Duncan Robinson, he hit his threes. It was 2.5. So Fox to the line for 2 to make this a 3-point lead. So watch out for this Cade Cunningham 4 fouls, y'all. Picks up another one. He's going to have to check out. Fox will make the first free throw. Second one coming up. Corrupt G says, go Spurs, go. This has been a great back and forth game, Corrupt G. Appreciate you being here. Fox will make both free throws and inbounds here for Detroit.
61-58.
Here's Cade Cunningham bringing it up court. Gets a screen by Duran. Cade pulls for 3. Misses it. Fight for the rebound taken by the Pistons. We're going to have a loose ball foul on Detroit.
That's going to go against Jalen Duran. That's his 3rd foul. That's Duran's 3rd foul, folks.
He picked up 2 early ones in the second, and the first quarter was a good job not fouling the second quarter. Here's Fox spinning the defense. Fox floats it up off the back. Rebound. No good. Rebound Thompson. Detroit basketball back the other way. They'll have it on the left elbow. It's a drive by Thompson. Spins against Wembanyama. Double team. Finds a cutting Duncan Robinson.
1 point lead for the Spurs now, 61-60.
San Antonio back the other way with the ball. Here's a drive by Victor Wembanyama. Pass inside for Fox. Pump fakes, kick out. It's Champagne to the right elbow. 3 ball, no good. 5 of the rebound taken by Duran.
9:44 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here come the Pistons with Harris, Robinson, Duran, Cade Cunningham, and Thompson. Duran the screen, top of the key. Cade snakes off of it, drives, floater, off the iron, put back Jalen Duran. 62-61. Pistons with the 1 point lead. And a good start here in the 3rd quarter for Detroit's offense. Castle, whip pass, right corner, pull up 3. De'Aaron Fox, shot falls short. Cade, the defensive rebound. He'll bring it up court to Duncan. Handoff. Duran almost gets it stolen by Castle. Back to Robinson for 3. It falls short. Champagne, the rebound.
San Antonio down by 1 with the possession on the left side of the court.
Robinson picking up Castle. He'll take him inside. Spins. Fade away. Short shot won't go. Rebound falls on Thompson. And the Pistons, up by 1, have the lead and the possession. Harris, the pass from Cade to Thompson. Handoff back to Tobias. To Jalen Duran. Baseline pass to Robinson. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Vassell. So it's going to be Pistons basketball with 11 on the shot clock.
Good defense to start this quarter by both teams. Only 13 combined points so far in this 3rd quarter. Cade to inbound to Tobias Harris. Looking for a passing lane. Gives it off to Jalen Duran. 5 to shoot for Duran against Wembanyama. Trying to give it off to Cade. He does. Cade's got 1 to shoot. Throws it up over Vassell for 3. No good. Rebound Champagne. And almost a steal by Thompson the other way or go out of bounds now. 8:28 to go in the 3rd. 20 to shoot for San Antonio trying to retake the lead. San Antonio 1 for 7 this quarter. Detroit 3 for 9. So both teams not shooting well here to start the second half. What's up, Sarah Small? How you doing?
Hey, Sarah.
Good to see ya. Fox, center court logo. Hands it off to Victor Wembanyama. Backs down Duran. Feeds it. Vasil holds it and hits it.
Timeout, Detroit. Timeout, Detroit. 63-62. The lead right back to San Antonio. Devin Vassell, 20 points on 70% shooting. 8:14 remaining in the third. Timeout, Detroit.
Vasil's doing such a good job of getting himself open, whether it's for downtown or for the mid-range, man. It's a 7-6 start here for Detroit in this third quarter. Hey, what's up, Amir? How you doing, sports critic? What's up, bro? Swipe at the Fox. Fox not having all that great of a game so far. 3 for 11 for only 8 points.
This is 10 lead changes now for the game. 10 lead changes.
So that's 2 lead changes here in this third quarter so far.
Victor Wembanyama still sitting at 7 points on 2 for 11 shooting. Wemby does have 8 rebounds, 1 assist. I said he was going to get 20 points for the game. I don't know about that. He needs to get going.
And that's the thing, Josh. A lot of his shots have been open. He's even missed tip backs, which he normally does not miss. So it's definitely an off night for Victor Wembanyama. If he can't get going, it'll be a hard time for San Antonio to win.
While we're sitting here at a commercial break, tonight's stream is sponsored by the Sleeper Fantasy app, who is awesome for daily fantasy sports and now available on the Sleeper Fantasy app. Team Selects, where you can actually go and bet what team you think is going to win. Go take Detroit. Go take San Antonio Spurs. It's a 1-point game. They do live betting. So if you want to go take Detroit or San Antonio to win this game, go for it. 2-1-0, Detroit Rock City. Who you taking? I'm taking San Antonio. Roach is taking Detroit. Team Selects now available on the Sleeper Fantasy app, baby.
Go check them out. Let's go, man. Cade not doing so well. Cade and Wembanyama both struggling from the floor tonight.
Cade and Wembanyama. Cade's 4 for 14. Wemby's 2 for 11.
Yeah. Not often you see both superstars struggle in the same game. But shout out to both these defenses. They've been really good the entire game, especially here in the third quarter.
We have a parlay tonight. We needed Victor Wembanyama to score 15 points. We needed Cade to get 20 points.
Yeah.
We needed the over of 7.5 rebounds for Stephon Castle, right?
We had the points.
I got it right here.
Okay.
Victor Wembanyama, 15 points. Dylan Harper, over 13.5 points plus rebounds. Cade Cunningham, 20 points. And Asor Thompson, over 1.5 steals.
Thompson has no steals so far.
Jeez. He's top 5 in steals. Nada tonight. Nada.
Just not a lot of
We have a highlighted comment, Roach.
All right, Sarah Small for the 17 months says, boys, you both are awesome. 2 weeks from today, NFL free agency tipping period starts. Glado Boys won Team USA gold for hockey, baby.
Yeah. We won that in overtime, right?
In overtime, baby.
I saw a lot of Canadians upset about that.
I love it. Thank you, Sarah.
Sarah, we love you. Thank you so much for 17 months. We're back from the commercial break. It's Detroit basketball with Harris, Robinson, Duran, Cade, and Ron Holland on the floor. They have 12 on the shot clock. Harris on the left wing outside to Duran. Baseline meant for Cade. Out of bounds over his head. It's Spurs basketball off the turnover with under 8 minutes remaining in the third. And on the court for the Spurs, it's Julian Champagnie with 12 points, Wemby with 7, Fox with 8, Devin Vassell with 20, and Castle with 6 points. Under 8 minutes ago, Castle has it to the top of the key. Wemby's this setting the screen. Cade picking him up, takes him right to the rim for 2. Stephon Castle.
He struggled tonight, Josh, but that's what you want to see out of him. Attack downhill. That's what he's best at, man.
Now by 3, Cade Cunningham blows right by Castle, goes right to the rim, and draws a shooting foul by Victor Wembanyama. Cade to the line for 2 shots.
They have not changed up that game plan, has Detroit. They're still attacking Wemby.
Wemby, you got to lock in, dude. You're looking like a pedestrian out there for a lot of this game.
Might be in his own head right now the way he's playing, bro. That could really affect the
Well,
player.
what could affect that is a really damn good team like Detroit. Come on now.
This defense has been all over Wembanyama tonight.
63-65. Good free throw right there by Cade Cunningham. He's got 11 points, looking for number 12. Cade does have 7 assists and 4 rebounds. Herman Rodriguez, we appreciate that. Cade knocks down both free throws, so we have a 1-point lead for San Antonio. With 7.5 remaining, they'll bring the ball up court with Stephon Castle. He's out there with Vassell, Fox, Wemby, and Champagnie. Crossover dribble right there against Cade Cunningham. Picking up Castle. Puts it up. No, he'll kick out to the right corner. Fox thought about it. He'll get it out to Wemby for 3. Wemby too strong. He's 2 for 12 now. And the rebound belongs to Tobias Harris. Here come the Pistons, looking to take a lead if they could score on a field goal here. Castle will pick up Cade on the near side wing. Now switched up by Devin Vassell. Backs him down inside. Goes up. Block shot by Wemby at the rim. He said, give me that shit. Wemby, Fox, Vassell, Castle, corner 3. Line drive shot. Let's go. Stephon Castle. What a block shot by Wemby. That's what I'm talking about. Defense turning to offense. Down by 4. Here's Harris working the post against Fox. Wemby the help. He's got to look for somebody. Within the shot clock, he finds Cade. Shot clock to 7. Castle to his back. Spins. Kick out top of the key. Thompson for 3. Can't get it right back. And the rebound falls to Duncan Robinson. And the shot is blocked there by Champagnie. But Duncan wanted a foul. Dude, that was almost a bad play defensively by the Spurs.
They boxed out way too hard on that one. Fight for the loose ball, and it's knocked out of bounds by San Antonio the other way.
Look at Cade Cunningham, blocked by Wemby. Woo!
He got it right before it went on the way down.
And it led to a 3 on the other side for Stephon Castle, who now has 9 points. 12 on the shot clock here for the San Antonio Spurs. They're up by 4. 5 blocks now for San Antonio, 3 for Detroit in this ball game.
Remember, Detroit averages 6 blocks per game. That's the most in the NBA.
Most in the NBA?
Mm-hmm.
Are they going to inbound this ball at some point? My goodness, what's taking so long?
Whoa.
Castle's going to inbound this from the near side sideline. Get out of this camera angle. Castle inbounds. It's stolen up here by Sword Thompson. Thompson, hop step to the trailer, layup, miss, rebounded by Victor Wembanyama.
That's got to be a layup that needs to be finished.
Wemby, pull up 3, got it, yes. Victor, welcome back to the game, baby. 71-64, a splash for Victor Wembanyama. 10 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks. And Spurs got a delay of game here.
All it takes sometimes is one play and one shot to go in to give you confidence, baby.
Leo tuning in from the Philippines. Welcome on in, man. Appreciate you, bro. Philippines, smack that thumbs up. Kuyas. Spurs fans, where you at in the chat? Pistons fans, where y'all at? 7-point deficit for Detroit. Castle will guard Cade as he brings it across the timeline. And a foul on the floor here against Castle.
He was trying to reach in and steal that ball and did it way too many times.
Okay, so this will be 16 on the shot clock for Detroit as they're set to inbound with Duncan Robinson, Duran, Cade Cunningham, Ron Holland, and Javonte Green all on the floor. It's Cade who will inbound this from the sideline. And the ball's inbounded to Thompson on the far side wing. Shot clock to 12. To the near side goes Cade Cunningham down the baseline against Castle. He's set to the bounce. No. He'll buddy up, go up. Ball's knocked loose. Castle the steal. Wembanyama was right there. Wemby's now starting to affect shots down inside, Roach. That's that effect that Wembanyama can bring. Down inside, Castle, and 1. Taking a Sword Thompson right to the rim. Says, give me that extra free throw.
They are starting to get confidence, Josh. Wembanyama with the confidence. Castle's starting to go inside and score.
Man, Detroit was taking it inside a lot in that first half. They were taking it right to Victor Wembanyama. Wemby said, you know what? Enough with this shit. Enough with this. You come in here, you're getting blocked.
Look at the impact you see right away for Wembanyama when he has that confidence, man.
All right, Castle's at the line, shooting a free throw. Castle, free throw. Got it. 10-point game. Detroit down by 10. Got to figure something out. Wembanyama is on the bench now. So it's Cornette, Harper, Johnson, Castle, and Vassell out there defensively for the Spurs. Duren takes it right to Cornette, and one for Jalen Duren. Hey, smart play right there. Wemby's on the bench, go right back to attacking inside. They do that, and now Duren's got a three-point play opportunity.
That's what they did in the first quarter. When Wembanyama took a seat, they attacked Luke Cornette. He had to take a seat on the bench because he picked up a couple fouls.
Luke Cornette, we haven't seen him a whole lot in this game at all, and he's got a foul. Duren, free throw. It's up. It's good. 67-74. 7-point lead for San Antonio. Thank you so much, Hi, for the subscribe.
Hi.
Casa will bring it into the front court. He's joined by Vassell, Kelvin Johnson, Luke Cornette, and Dylan Harper. 12 on the shot clock. Cornette setting the high screen. Thompson giving chase. Castle the drive. Kick. Johnson for three. Air ball. Out of bounds. Last touch by Cornette. Pistons ball.
See if Detroit can go on a run with Wembanyama on the bench. Keep attacking inside if you're Detroit.
This has been a game of runs. We've seen the Spurs lead it by 11 at one point, and the Detroit Pistons came roaring back. So this game's not over till it's over. It's Pistons basketball with Duren, Cade, Holland, Green, and LeVert on the floor. Cade getting the screen from Duren, snakes off of it, drives down the hill, floater, got it. Cade Cunningham's got 14.
Now he's starting to get it going offensively.
9 to the shot clock. No, Wemby on the floor right now. Castle feeds inside to Luke Cornette for a lob layup.
That was a really nice feed. Now Castle's starting to get his confidence going.
Luke Cornette, his first field goal of the game. Stephon Castle, 7 assists to go with those 12 points. And back to the way, we got a foul.
That's on the floor by Devin Vassell. They're getting a little physical right now with Detroit, and they're getting those calls.
How many rebounds for Victor Wembanyama? He's got 11. 11.
He's got a double-double with 10 points as well.
Sweet Woods. Thank you for the sub, Sweet. That's too sweet. Appreciate you. 76-69, man. 69. Nice. They took away a point?
I guess they did. Yeah, it's 69 now.
Pull up three. Thompson, too strong. Rebound stays with the Pistons, and Paul Reed, putback won't go. And flying in is Thompson with the reverse putback.
That was nasty out of nowhere.
He came flying in like he was Superman. Harper going baseline. Kick out. Vassell, top of the key three. Off the front iron. Luke Cornette, the offensive rebound. Putback. Blocked by Paul Reed into the hands of a Sword Thompson.
Bad onside pass for Reed. Behind the back pass to Javante. Puts it up. No good. Rebound out the Cade. Second chance down the lane. Met up by Cornette and fouled.
Cade Cunningham to the line for 2 shots. He was fouled by Kelvin Johnson. That's his second foul. 2 free throws coming up for Cade.
Dude, just that block by Paul Reed was nasty, man.
Oklahoma B says, man, every time Wemby gets warm, they bench him. He wants no rest for Wemby.
No rest.
He was really starting to pick up things in the third quarter there before he got benched. Cade misses the first free throw. Fox will check in for Vassell.
Castle checked out a little bit ago, so the 2 most hard players, they checked out both.
That's a good point right there, Prince. In the chat says, Cade Cunningham, 4 fouls. 4 fouls. He's got 14 points, looking for his second free throw attempt to go in. It's a 5-point lead. Could he cut the 4? He does. And that's 15 points now for Cade with 8 assists, 5 rebounds. It's Spurs basketball with Fox, Barnes, Kelvin Johnson, Luke Cornette, and Harper. Harper off the screen from Cornette, top of the key. Javante going over the screen, down the hill. Harper with the layup.
And he flexed on them too.
78-72, San Antonio Spurs, Roach. Cade down the hill, right through Cornette, misses the layup. Rebound falls to Fox, and he's off and running, dashing up the court. Behind the back pass to Harper, and the ball is going to slow down here. 16 the shot clock. Cornette the screen. Harper inside. Cornette kick out to Fox. Fox finds a wide open Barnes for a corner 3. Corner pocket 3 for Harrison Barnes. His first field goal of the game. And that is now 14 splashes for the San Antonio Spurs. They force a timeout by Detroit. 81-72. That's a 9-point lead for the Spurs.
Just so much more confidence all around for San Antonio in this third quarter, bro.
Hey, if you're a Spurs fan in the chat and you're loving this, go Spurs, go. Go
Go,
Spurs,
Spurs,
go.
go. What a third quarter. San Antonio is outscoring Detroit 24-17. That's what happens when Wembanyama gets a lot of confidence going, bro.
It wasn't just Wemby getting confidence, it was Stephon Castle as a scorer, as a playmaker. He was finding his confidence as well. De'Aaron Fox still not shooting all that great, 3 for 11 from the field with 8 points. He does have 6 rebounds and 6 assists. Luke Cornett scored his first field goal here in this third quarter late. There's 2:59 left to go. It's a 9-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs. GSG. Go Spurs, go.
And they'll also attack it downhill a lot more, Josh, where they are most successful at this season.
I know we have some Detroit fans in the chat here. Detroit Pistons fans in the chat. Right now, Cade Cunningham has 15, 8, and 5, but he has 4 fouls. Jalen Durden has 3 fouls himself. So you got to relax with the fouling if you're Detroit. Got to relax.
Cade picked up that 4th foul around the 8-minute mark of this third quarter. So good job by him not to foul since. Allen says, hey, we need to get Cade that 5th foul. That would be huge because he would have to sit till halfway through the 4th quarter at least.
Right now, the Spurs are outscoring the Pistons 24-17 in the third quarter.
Just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing best at this quarter. That's attack down here for San Antonio.
Well, yeah, we appreciate everybody being here. We're 36 likes away from 400. What's up, Fung Pod? What's up, Zimmerman? How you doing? Road Chips to the chat. Sweetwood, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe, man. Appreciate you. He says, I hope Harper needs to get them assists up. Harper getting those assists up. Right now, he's at 2 assists. Let's see if he can.
Harper's been really good off the bench over the last couple of weeks coming back from injury.
We need him to start scoring some points, though. We do. Cade Cunningham is 5 points away from hitting on our parlay. We had him at 20 points. We had Wembanyama at 15 points. He's on his way for that. Sora Thompson, we took him for over 1.5 steals. He's top 5 in steals in the league. He felt pretty good about that.
Yeah.
No steals tonight, huh?
No steals yet. Still time for him to step up on defense.
We're still in a commercial break. Timeout made by the Detroit Pistons. They have 3 timeouts left. Spurs, they have 5 timeouts remaining.
Detroit's done a brilliant job of calling timeouts today and going on runs out of those timeouts.
And now we're 29 likes away from 400. Thank you guys for that. Thank you.
Let's go. Where's Tobias at? I need 10 points. Tobias Harris on the bench right now has played 21 minutes, only 4 points, 1 for 6. So he's struggling to score tonight.
We're coming back for the commercial break. It's going to be Detroit Pistons basketball. Let's see what adjustments they can make during that commercial break. Francisca, Melissa, Silva, Dominguez, thank you for the subscribe.
Welcome. We appreciate you.
On the floor for the Pistons, it's going to be Paul Reed, Ron Holland, Javonte Green, Karis LeVert, and Jenkins shooting on the right side of the screen. Here comes Jenkins into the front court, picked up by Fox. Bounce pass on the far side goes Thompson. To the top of the key goes Reed. Cornett in front. Dribble handoff. Here to Karis LeVert, and giving him that defensive stance is Dylan Harper with 5 on the shot clock. Dribbles off his foot. Out of bounds. Turnover. It's Spurs ball.
Dude, Spurs are really turned up the heat defensively in this quarter as well, bro.
Cordelia says, guys, my mom made tacos tonight. All right. We know what we're having for dinner.
Taco Monday.
Barnes guarded by Thompson, top of the key, bounce pass, mid-post, pull-up, shot, no good by Fox. Rebound, batted up in the air, fallen to Keldon Johnson. It stays with San Antonio. Now to Harper, to Fox on the far side, off the screen from Cornett, attacks down the hill, kick out Keldon Johnson, hesitates, puts up the 3, blocked in the air by Javonte Green with 2.4 seconds on the shot clock.
Good defense there by Javonte. There's 5 Javontes out there.
Javonte, ooh, way to beat that. Pump fake, Javonte. I miss him on the Bulls.
Oh,
a timeout made by San Antonio.
Whoa.
Timeout, San Antonio Spurs. Smith Johnson wants to call time. They'll have 2.4 seconds on the shot clock. Ocean View in the chat says, this is 80 styles basketball right here. We're seeing physicality. We're seeing chippiness, playoff atmosphere. We're seeing competitive levels on both sides of the court. We're seeing defense.
Sometimes you gotta love that. In the day and age where we have a lot of offense, seeing games like this, man, is a fresh breath of air. It's fun. It's very fun. It's very fun to watch. You just don't nowadays, man. What's up, LePace? Go Spurs, go. Hello, welcome on in. Spurs look good right now, dude. Great third quarter. Although you guys just call a timeout with 2.8 to shoot on an inbounds here. And it actually was a mandatory timeout because they had 5 left. They had to call it.
That makes sense. 5 timeouts at this point. It's crazy.
I feel like they called more than that, but it's been Detroit calling those timeouts trying to go on runs, Josh. Anita, Victor Wembanyama's not in the game at the moment. He checked out a couple minutes ago. Him and Castle both checked out after they went on heaters. Shane says, I need the over 230. Well, good luck with that, bro. Right now, we're only at 153. All right, coming out of this timeout would be 2.8 to shoot in the inbounds for San Antonio. See if they could get something going here.
2.4 on the shot clock. Ball's going to be inbound for the baseline. Fox looking over the top to Cornette, puts it up, no foul, and that's a shot clock violation. That's a turnover. Detroit basketball, a good defense right there on the inbound.
He threw it to the only guy that was being double teamed.
On the court for the Pistons, it's Paul Reed, Ron Holland, Javonte Green, Karis LeVert, and Jenkins. Jenkins will bring it across the timeline. Fox to meet him. 2 minutes on the third quarter left. Now to the far side goes Javonte Green, picked up by Harper, the left corner. Pull up 3, Karis LeVert, no good. Ball tipped to Fox. Fox ahead to Harper, down the hill, the other way. Blocked at the rim by Thompson. Holy shit. Thompson overlooking Harper, who's down. I think he hit his head on the camera.
Oof.
And Javonte Green grabbing Thompson, saying, come over here. Come over here.
That was Ron Holland who got the block.
Oh, that was Holland.
That was 5. Yeah, that was Holland. Ooh.
Damn.
Did Harper hit his head on the camera? Wait, he didn't hit his head on the camera, but right into the camera, man.
What's up, Tristan Allen?
Yo, bro.
1:53 left to go in the third quarter. 18 the shot clock for the San Antonio Spurs. Fox to inbound this for the baseline to Keldon Johnson. Baseline shot. Oh, he tried to go back window, but it was way off. Cornette the rebound. Now to Harper on the far side and a whistle. Issue with the clock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think it should have ever reset. It's at 10 right now. Also, Ron Holland's upset. He thought on a screen Cornette shoved it to the ground. So we'll see what they set the shot clock here to. Guys, we're 8 likes away from 400. If you're enjoying this, smack the hell out of that like button, baby. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, watch right here. Lord Cornette shoved down Ron Holland, and okay. Holland thought he was fouled.
Can we get this? What's going on with the clock?
Let's see. Did I hit rim? See, I don't think that hit rim. Because it reset to 14. So if that did not hit rim, they got to set it back down to probably about 5 seconds here. So that's what they're taking a look at right now. If that shot by Keldon hit rim at all. Ooh. Oh, it might have grazed it right there.
Can we get this figured out? My God.
They're keeping it at 10.
So well, then let's go. Let's inbound.
Here we go.
Jeez.
Stop showing the assistant coach.
What? Now what?
Oh, my God.
Now the crowd's getting really pissed off. So am I. Inbound the damn ball. Let's go.
Cornette got the inbound, 7 to shoot. Attacked here by Paul Reed. Cornette gives it out to Fox, 3 to shoot. Down the baseline, blocked by Paul Reed.
How about Paul Reed tonight, man?
Defense, offense everywhere for Reed. Here's Holland down the lane. That's no good. And the rebound hit the top of the top of the clock. So that's out of bounds off of Detroit. LeVert came flying for the rebound and tipped it out of bounds. 1:24 to go in the third quarter. It's Dylan Harper up court for San Antonio. Against Karis LeVert, bounces it to Fox on Barnes on the right elbow. Attacking Harlan, looking for a passing lane. Gives it out to Fox up top against Jenkins. Attacks, spins, fades, too strong, and a loose ball fell on Detroit.
And the crowd reins in on the boos here. That's a foul against Paul Reed.
Paul Reed. Yeah, I mean, he was grabbing him. He was definitely grabbing him. So 106 to go here on the inbounds for San Antonio. And we just hit 400 likes. Thank y'all so much.
Timeout, Detroit. I don't know. The game just slowed down so massively over the last several minutes. Even the crowd just getting really, antsy about this.
So, yeah, timeout Detroit.
I was wondering if this was a challenge or something. But I didn't see a challenge.
So they got 2 left. Only 2 timeouts remaining for Detroit.
I guess. Commercial break.
Oh. Emmanuel Flores of the Cheer says this is going to be the NBA Finals rematch of 2005. We're all down for that. We said it numerous times tonight, Emmanuel. We're all down for that.
That'd be sick. If it goes down that way, that'd be sick.
Thank you to the 2, Emmanuel.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
Man, how rocking would this crowd be if Detroit went to the finals, dude?
Oh, they'll be nuts. Trust me, they'll be nuts.
If they're this nuts and restless right now during a regular season game, is Duran still playing? Yeah, Duran's still playing. He's not on the floor right now. Paul Reed's in for him, but yeah. Duran tonight, he's got 11.7 rebounds, very efficient, 5 for 7. By the way, it was a challenge by the Pistons, unsuccessful.
I wish they would have made that clear. Good job, broadcast. That's awesome.
No. I was even listening to see the refs announced it, and they didn't. I don't like that challenge. I saw from the get-go, Paul Reed had his hands all over Cornette. Okay? Well, now they're down to 2 timeouts, Detroit, and no challenges. 106 to go. It's a San Antonio inbounds.
So both teams are in the bonus.
Yeah, double bonus. Rest of the quarter, folks. Cornette to Barnes. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. To Vassell. Pump fakes around LeVert. Pulls up over LeVert and scores.
Woo! Devin Vassell, 22 points tonight. 22 points. 83-72. Spurs with the lead. 8 for 12 shooting for Devin Vassell.
Fox almost stole it. Down the lane, Paul Reed over Cornette.
He went right through Luke Cornette right there. Paul Reed, 8 points, 5 boards.
He's had to step up with Duran and Beef Stew on suspension, and he really has for Detroit. Fox attacking down low, fell down out of bounds. It's a turnover.
It's Pistons basketball.
Down by 9, 33 seconds to go. Fox tried to split the defense and just simply fell down. Wow. Detroit with the inbounds with 33.9 to go in the third quarter. Turnovers, 13 for the Pistons, 11 for San Antonio. Detroit has allowed 19 points off the turnovers. San Antonio's only allowed 8. What happened? Oh, Detroit wanted a sidelines inbounds, but why would they? He went out of bounds underneath the basket. All right, they inbounds now. Jenkins quickly on court.
Oh, good grief. Come on.
Draws a foul.
Another foul here, and free throws coming up. So much stoppage. We saw hardly any stoppage in the first half, but now it's just constantly.
The refs are not letting
the players. Can we get some flow back to this game?
Refs aren't letting them play as much in this quarter. Jenkins misses the first free throw. Down by 9. B-Money says, I think the Pistons are just one more legit dude away from being a team that can dominate the East. See, they can have a good offseason, B-Money, no matter what happens to them this year.
Jenkins, 1 for 5 from the field. 2 points, make it 3. He makes his second free throw. 29 seconds left to go. Up by 8. Here come the Spurs with Fox, Vassell, Barnes, Johnson, Cornette.
Fox got picked up full court by Jenkins. Gets it over the half-court line with 20 seconds to go, 15 to shoot. Jenkins pressing up on De'Aaron Fox. Bounces it to Luke Cornette, who's backing down Paul Reed with 7 to shoot. Hands it back to Fox against LeVert. 3 to shoot, 9 to go. Crossing over, attacking. Fox up over LeVert. No good. And a shot clock violation on San Antonio.
It's another turnover.
5 seconds to go for Detroit to make something here.
Man, Wemby sat for a long fucking time.
Has such a good quarter, and we haven't seen him since like the 7-minute mark.
He was getting hot, and then he sat for a long time in the third quarter.
Is this Steve Kerr, the head coach of the Spurs? 5 seconds to go for Detroit. Down by 8. Jenkins will have it. 3, 2, 1. Kick out. Robinson. 3 at the buzzer. Rims out. 83-75 San Antonio after 3.
That was a brutal end to the third quarter, man. So much stoppages. The flow just came to a halt. Fans were booing. That was crazy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, put up those 4s and put them in the chat, because we are going to the fourth quarter, or what we call the clutch quarter. This is not how you start, it's how you finish. Who's going to finish strong? Will San Antonio hold on, or will Detroit come back to win? So hold up them 4s, put them in the chat, smack that like, hit that sub button. Let's go to the clutch quarter, baby. Let's go. In that quarter, San Antonio ended up outscoring Detroit 26-20. So after both teams got the offenses going in that second quarter, the defense and the fouling really picked it up there in that third quarter, allowing only 46 combined points. So let's go. Who's going to win this game? The number 1 overall team in the NBA, the Pistons. The number 2 seed in the West, the San Antonio Spurs. Who will finish strong? We should see Wembanyama to start this fourth quarter. At least you expect it to. Up over 400 likes. Thank y'all so much for joining here tonight. Keep hitting that like button. Let's get over 500. P-Money, you'd like to see Norman Powell in the Pistons? The way he's played this year, he was an all-star for the Miami Heat. I'd be nasty for them, bro. Magic beat the Clippers for you last night. Did y'all? Let's go, Amir. Hey, we need that. They're like, what, 2.5 games behind us for our playing spot. I'm not a fan of these teams, but I want balance between the East and West. And we're seeing that this year, Baker. The East is at its best that it's been in a long time. In the East or West, if you go on a 2 or 3 game losing streak, you're going to drop a couple of spots if you're anywhere between the 4th and 8th seed in the West and the East. That's how tight it's been this year, man. It's been a lot of fun. Hey, B-Money, we always appreciate you talking basketball. It's good to see it, dude. It's good to see it. Fouls and threes. Joey, there was a lot of fouls in that quarter. The threes tonight, well, San Antonio's at 44% to 14-32. Meanwhile, Detroit, 6 of 26, 23% from downtown for Detroit. Not a team shooting that well from the floor either. 38% from San Antonio, 40% for Detroit. But it's a good game nonetheless. But a lot of lead changes here in this game. It is an 8-point lead for San Antonio. Dylan Harper will check in here to start the fourth quarter. So will Castle, so will Wembanyama. So it's Wemby, Vassell, Castle, Barnes, and Harper for San Antonio. For the Pistons, it's going to be Harris, Duran, Cunningham, LeVert, and Jenkins to start the fourth quarter. Y'all facing the Lakers tomorrow? Heck yeah, you are, Amir. That should be a good game, man. All right, coming out of this fourth quarter, 8-point lead for San Antonio, and they will have the possession because they won the tip. Y'all think this goes over the 219 with this defense? I don't now.
David, thank you for the subscribe. David, thank you.
Thank you.
And we start the clutch quarter with the Spurs having the ball.
Dylan Harper gives it off to Barnes on the left side of the court to Castle. Attacking Cunningham. Fades it up. Left it short. Rebound Jalen Duran.
The Pistons will have the ball with Cade, Duran, Harris, LeVert, and Jenkins. Spurs get it right back down the hill. Harper stays with the kick out to Barnes for three. Too strong. Rebound, Wemby. He'll attack Cade and draws a foul. Cade, foul number 5.
Oh, yeah.
Cade's got 5 fouls. Wemby's got 2 free throws.
Wembanyama had a really good third quarter. Saw out this fourth quarter. Very aggressive against the line.
One more foul for Cade, and it's Buenos noches.
It's out of here.
It's Asvidazane. Hit the road, Jack, and don't bring your ass back no more. Cade's got one more foul, and he's gone.
Are they going to keep him in this game?
That's a bold move, Cotton. First free throw, good for Victor Wembanyama.
It's a 9-point lead now for Wembanyama in the Spurs. This is very bold keeping Cade. They are keeping him in the game.
What's up, Amir? Giddey was fantastic last night, man. We played pretty good defense. Boozy was good. Wemby, free throw, second one is good, and it's a 10-point lead for San Antonio. Pistons have the ball with Harris, Duran, Cade, LeVert, and Jenkins. Down by 10.
Tobias to Cade with those 5 fouls. Looking for a pass up to Jenkins. Hero attack. Be blocked by Wembanyama.
The defense is back for San Antonio.
Josh, they have the numbers the other way. Kick out. Vassell for 3.
Why not? Devin Vassell with the splash. Woo! Largest lead of the night for San Antonio. 13-point lead.
Cade goes inside blocked by Wembanyama. And then Duran lost it out of bounds.
Cade got denied by Wemby. He said, "Your soul is mine."
That's 2 blocks by Wemby in this quarter, Josh. He's got the ball to Castle, down the lane.
Oh, timeout, Detroit. You got to call a timeout. It's a bloodbath out here in the fourth quarter. It's a 7-0 run to start the clutch quarter for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead it by 15. Largest lead of the night. Vassell has 25. Wemby's got 12 and 13. Double-double for him. Castle's got 14. Barnes has 3. Harper's got 5. For the Pistons, Cade Cunningham, 15, 8, and 5. But 5 fouls, 1 more, and he's gone. Pistons down by 15 with 10.5 to go. This is looking rough for them. They're down, but it's not out. Not yet. There's still plenty of time left. But it's going to be tough when they're looking like this. Spurs are looking like this with Wemby on the floor right now, and Cade's got 5 fouls. It's tough.
Josh, they're looking like the same way they started the second half, San Antonio, where it's Wembanyama on defense and Castle on offense. What?
Do you recognize him?
No.
Hey. You. Hit that subscribe. Hit that sub, dude. Come on. You know you're having fun. Hit that subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. We're going to be live tomorrow for a doubleheader in the NBA. We got the Lakers taking on who?
The Magic.
The Magic and the Lakers tomorrow. We got the Warriors taking on who?
The Pelicans.
All right. For more NBA action, for more Spurs basketball, Detroit Pistons basketball, hit that sub. We got you for the playoffs. We'll be live every night in the playoffs until we have a champion. We might see you again right here for 7 games in the finals between these two teams. It could very well be the case.
It'd be such a fun series. Or maybe it could be the Pistons and the Thunder.
So hit that subscribe. I want to see your name pop up around the screen when you hit that sub. Like Oscar just did. There, finally, Oscar. Thank you for hitting that sub. Let's go. Oscar, shout out to him. See, Josh, he knows what's up. He knows what's cool.
He's better than the guy in the blue hat.
I know. Fuck that guy. Unsigned Artist Show. Thank you for the subscribe. Will someone sign him, please?
Yeah.
Someone sign the artist. Come on. Oh, look at J Kid hitting that subscribe during the commercial break. J Kid. Not just the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, but a subscriber here on the Sports Fury. Look at Arturo. We have 2 Arturos in the chat now.
Dude. Bro, y'all blowing up this sub button.
If your name's not popping up on the screen, it's probably because you have your privacy settings to private. So if your name's not popping up on here, then let us know in the chat.
Like,
Kenna was like, "You talking to me? You talking? Don't give me the De Niro. Don't give me the De Niro dialogue. You talking to me? I don't see anybody else here. You must be talking to me."
So I haven't seen that movie and I know that reference.
Chris, tuning in from Seattle.
Hey, home of the Super Bowl champions.
Spurs fans, Pistons fans, Hoop fans, appreciate y'all. I subscribe, says XXBP Legend.
Well, thank you. And so did Sleepy3941.
And so did Aaron. He just subscribed.
Hey, Aaron.
All right, 10.5 to go. It's Pistons basketball, Roach.
Here's Cade. Inside Jalen Duren dunks on Wembanyama.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. And one.
And one.
Oh, let me get that replay. Let me get that replay. Pistons fans, did you see that? Look at this.
Look at this.
Cade, Duren, Wemby, the block attempt. He said, "Get out of here."
Oh, my God.
Oh, mama.
Duren makes the N1.
12-point game. Wemby's going to be pissed about that. He's going to want it right back. He's going to want it right back. Anonymous says, HEB strong. Hey, shout out to HEB, the best grocery store in the world. Funeral, thanks for the sub. Oh,
Thank you.
shit.
Whoa. No funeral here. Victor attacking Duren, shots up top. Hands it off to Dylan Harper. Gets a screen. Harper for three. Rims it out. Wemby the rebound. And the putback.
He got that over Duren. He said, "I need my score right back." Wembanyama with 14 and 14 tonight. Under 10 minutes ago, Detroit's got a lot to do. Duren draws a foul against Wemby, who picks up foul number 3.
Duren says, you know what? You might have posted me last time. I'm going to get you this time, bro.
1.1K people in the chat. We're 10 likes away from 500. Much love. Wemby got 80-plus blocks before getting dunked on to Zimmerman. Because he's that guy, pal. That's the alien right there. He does not come in peace.
I do not come in peace. That's the thing, though. A lot of NBA players say they don't care they get dunked on because they're trying to play defense.
Well, I've heard the opposite. I've heard players say they don't want to get dunked on, so they just let people get out the way.
Oh.
Duren missed the second free throw. Rebounded by Detroit. Cade the 3. It rattles out during the rebound. Goes back up. Puts it in. And one again. This time the foul against Dylan Harper. Duren is eating right now. He could cut the lead to 10 with a free throw.
Taylor Duren is not afraid, baby.
So back to that question.
Yeah.
Okay, so here comes a guy flying down the hill. It's just you and him. Are you going for the block attempt, or are you just going to let him fly by because you don't want to get posterized?
You know what? I'm going to try to block his ass.
Me too. I might just take him down.
Oh.
Duren knocks down the free throw, so we got a 10-point game. With 9:47 to go, that's plenty of time. What's up, Tristan?
Yo, bro. B says he's going for the block.
I'm going for the block. I'm going for the block. Like Mutombo.
No.
It's Spurs basketball. Wemby, Vassell, Castle, Barnes, and Harper on the floor. Oh, what happened here?
Ball knocked out of bounds by
Detroit,
Jenkins.
so it's going to stay Spurs basketball with 17 on the shot clock. Ball's going to be inbounded from the right sideline. Harper to Wembanyama on the near side. Now a handoff to Castle. Shot clock to 12. Cade Cunningham has 5 fouls. Picks up Castle on the wing outside. Crossover dribble inside to the baseline cutter. Harper to the rim. Blocked by Cade. Blocked by Cade out of bounds. And they're saying last touch by San Antonio. It's Pistons ball. Down by 10.
Josh, that's 3 blocks for Cade Cunningham tonight.
Woo. He said access denied, Rook.
Dude, shout out to him for playing with that block, even with the 5 fouls.
Pistons down by 10, looking to cut the lead here, if they can.
Cade attacking, blocked by Wembanyama.
He said, "Get that shit out of here. You block my guy, I block you."
That's 5 blocks from Wemby, Josh.
5?
5.
It's a block party out here, folks. It's a block party. 14, and 5 blocks for Victor Wembanyama.
Much better second half for Victor, man. Inbounds. It's Tobias. He pump fake in the corner against Conan Johnson. Harris with 7 to shoot. Crosses, backs down Johnson inside the paint, 5 to shoot. Tobias lost the possession. Johnson the steal.
Here come the Spurs off the defensive stop. Castle, baseline, on Cade. Missed the layup, Cade. Good the rebound. Good defense by Cunningham with 5 fouls. That was dangerous. And he'll draw the foul on the other side by Keldon Johnson with 8:54 remaining. And does that put them in the bonus? Castle was slow to get up after that play.
Hopefully he's okay. What happened? So Castle just went down and landed on his tailbone.
Damn. Something Rocha does not have. Rocha does not have a tailbone.
I have nothing back there, bro.
Nope.
So it looks like that was the 14th foul in San Antonio.
Okay, so one more puts Detroit in the bonus.
Yeah.
14 fouls for San Antonio. Only one team foul for Detroit in this whole quarter. 8:54 left to go. Castle is just kind of like walking gingerly.
Hopefully he's okay. Cade, 3 is too strong. Jalen during the rebound.
He's eating those boards right now offensively.
Jenkins, he misses the 3. Fox the rebound.
No one else can score right now. Fox will bring up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs, up by 10. 8:35 left to go. Jenkins picking up Fox. Not so great offensively for De'Aaron. He goes up and under on Jenkins. Off the window layup. As I said that, Fox said, hush your mouth. Puts the Spurs back up by 12.
He got him on
for De'Aaron Fox.
He got him on the pump fake right there. Went right around him.
Zimmerman, Fox hit for you, Zimmerman. Nice. Wemby, the rebound off the miss. And here come the San Antonio Spurs. Fox picked up by Jenkins on the far side wing. To the near side goes Champagnie. Left corner. Johnson brings it baseline. Spins off Harris. Out to Vassell. Attacks from the wing. Vassell, ball knocked loose. Finds Champagnie. Attacks the closeout from Cade Cunningham. Floater off the rebound. No good. Duran with the defensive rebound. Now to Cade. Cade, left corner pass. Pull up 3. LeVert. Got it! Holy shit, we got a 9-point game. Timeout San Antonio. Timeout Spurs.
Dude, it's another low-scoring quarter, 11-10 in favor of the Spurs.
94-85. The lead is cut to 9 with 7:42 to go. If you don't like this, you don't like basketball. This is crazy of a game. So hit that like button. Let's get to 500. We are 40 likes away.
Thank y'all for being here for this potential finals preview.
Yes, love you long time.
5 for 23 for Cade is nasty, says B, but he's an ethical hooper that doesn't foul bait like a certain other player whose team just won a 7 medal in hockey. Oh, it's tough, B. But I mean, SGA, he only averages like 7 free throw attempts a game, B-Money. So. But remember, Cade right now is playing pretty soft defense because he does have those 5 fouls. Where's Tobias? He doesn't have much impact. 25 minutes, only 4 points, 1 for 7 tonight for Tobias Harris. Then again, not a lot of the role players having far impact besides Jalen Duran.
Finals review? No, finals possible preview. Mm-hmm. We're not saying this is going to be a preview. It could be. You're talking about 2 of the top 3 seeded teams in the NBA right here. Detroit being number 1, San Antonio being number 3. OKC is number 2. You got Boston sitting at that 4th spot overall in the standings. Cavaliers, could they be in the finals? They could. Can they finally overcome in the postseason with all their collapses that happen in the postseason and also the injuries? Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Cavs, they have developed that reputation as of late. They'll look to overcome that. The Eastern and Western Conference playoffs are going to be really damn fun. We're just saying this could be a finals preview. And if it is, I'd be all for that.
100% me too, man. It could be a 7-game series.
I know. I'm just trying to put my team out there. As you should, because the Cavaliers have been looking pretty damn good since James Harden has been acquired. I love what he's done for Jared Allen. This is the best we've seen from Jared Allen because of what James Harden does as a playmaker. He's unlocked him for the season. So you guys are looking pretty good. We'll see what happens in the postseason. We'll be covering these series. Road Trip says, go Spurs, go during the commercial break. Thank y'all for continuing to blow up that like button. 23 people away from 500. We greatly appreciate that. Especially you. Thank you.
You.
Who's Beef Stew? Asks Asia. Beef Stew is the nickname to Isaiah Stewart of the Detroit Pistons.
The backup center for them. He's suspended right now for fighting against the Hornets. He's got 3 more games to serve on a suspension. Dylan Harper hurt? No, that was Castle who landed on his tailbone and slowly walked to the bench.
B Money says, I think once they expand the NBA to Vegas, I'll be a Las Vegas fan, so I can say I've been a fan since day one. Established 2028, whatever year they count.
There you go, B. You're finally actually routine the root for it.
Okay, we're coming back out of the commercial break. It's Spurs basketball out of their own timeout. They're shooting on the left side of the screen. And on the court, it's Wemby, it's Fox, Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Julian Champagnie. Fox picked up by Jenkins, hits Keldon Johnson on the near side wing. To the far side, cross-court pass to Wemby, attacking Duran, out to Vassell, pull-up 3, got it, nothing but the bottom of the net. Devin Vassell, why not? That dude's been hot all night, Roach. 10 for 14 shooting, 28 points from Vassell, including 7 made threes.
Getting it done inside and outside and on defense too, Josh. Cade attacks inside and gets knocked out of bounds by Vassell. As I was saying, great on both sides of the basketball today.
10 blocks for the Spurs tonight.
Jeez.
I don't want to eat. I don't want to sleep. I just want to keep on blocking you. It's a block party.
And everybody's invited. 8 blocks for Detroit. Karis LeVert on the sidelines.
Out of bounds. Out of bounds, LeVert. Turnover, Spurs basketball. That's 16 turnovers for the Detroit Pistons.
Ouch. Stepped out on the baseline right there.
19 likes away from 500. Thank you.
Thank you.
Under 7 minutes to go. Spurs have it up by 12.
Devin Vassell with the rock in his hands. Gives it to Wembanyama. Attacks Duran. Webby fadeaway. Short. Rebound Jalen Duran. Cade brings it the other way for Detroit. Feeds it off to Jenkins. Attacking Wembanyama. Turn around over. Webby is good.
Oh, baseline jumper.
Jenkins makes it a 10-point lead for San Antonio. 6:29 to go in regulation. Fox splitting the defense. Darby down the lane. Met up here by LeVert. LeVert trying to poke it away. Fox got it back. Champagnie.
Quarter three. Julian Champagnie. He was quiet for the most part in the second half, but damn, was he good in that first half. Welcome back to the game, Julian.
5 for 7 for downtown. He's got 15, Josh. Cade misses the fadeaway. Keldon Johnson saves the inbounds to Vassell.
Here come the San Antonio Spurs.
They were first to 100. Fox attacks Jenkins and draws a shooting foul.
2 shots coming up for Fox.
Josh, the San Antonio Spurs guards have done so much of a better job driving downhill and attacking this half.
Especially in the second half, yes. Chiefs fan for life. He is like number 482. What's up, Chiefs fan for life?
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Who's going to be the first to 500 in the chat?
Woo!
First to 500 likes. Fox teeing up the first free throw. It's up. It's no bueno.
Fox has not been the greatest free throw shooter in his career, especially when he was in Sacramento. Stephon Castro back in the game, so that's great to see. Wembanyama will take a seat. So both Wembanyama and Cade check out, Josh.
Interesting.
Okay.
So it'll be Champagnie, Castle, Johnson, Cornette, and Harper on the floor. Second free throw, missed. That's 2 missed free throws. That's a $20,000 fine.
Oh, damn. We're going to split that. Jenkins, the other way, screen by Duran. Finds it to Robinson. 4, 3, 2 strong. Rebound of Leo, taken by Holland. Robinson tries again. Air pop.
Who the hell do you think you are taking that shot, Duncan? That's Spurs basketball. 5.5 to go.
What can I say? He thought he was Curry, Josh. He had a defender all in his face, too.
Fox on the bench. So it's Champagnie, Castle, Johnson, Cornette, and Harper.
Yeah, Harper just checked in for him. Stephon Castle losing the possession. Jenkins got it up court. It's a 3-on-1. Robinson, the lob for Duren. We got a 2-0. We got an 11-point game. Jalen Duren, 20 points, 13 rebounds. Awesome. That's an all-star for you, baby. Harper finds it off to Champagne. He's got 8 to shoot back to Harper. Attacks Holland. Dillon fades it up. Left it short. Jenkins can't handle the rebound. It goes to Cornette. Johnson, second chance. 3!
Woo! Keldon Johnson. 17. No, wait. Is that 18 made threes for the Spurs tonight?
18 for 38.
Jesus.
Jenkins over Cornette. No good. Johnson saves the inbounds. No, it goes out of bounds.
Durango says, man, a straight dog.
Incredible, man. What an effort by San Antonio in the second half. Look at Jalen Duren playing his butt off tonight, man. And then Keldon Johnson, that second chance opportunity.
Erica says, I had to Google that song, Josh. I couldn't remember who sings it. Yep, it's REO Speedwagon. Love that song. I love that band.
Wembanyama back into the game. Duncan Robinson goes off the glass for 2.
Oh, that's a cute little shot right there. Down by 12. Spurs have it. Wembanyama's back out there with Champagne, Castle, Cornette, and Harper.
Castle controlling the offense here on the left side of the court. Gets a screen by Wembanyama. Kicks it out to Champagne. Can he do it again? No. Rebound Ron Holland.
Holland quickly up the court. Over 4 minutes to go. Barely. Attacking down the hill and draws a foul from Julian Champagne. Holland to the line for 2 shots.
If he makes both, he can make it a 10-point game.
Cade is on the bench right now, if you're wondering. It was him on the bench with 5 fouls. So they got to be careful with him. Holland shooting 2.
Ron Holland makes the first one. 103-92 lead for San Antonio.
7. That's how many likes we are away from 500. 7, baby.
7.
And we're going to get a timeout taken by San Antonio with 4 minutes to go exactly. When we come back, Holland will have one more free throw, looking to make it a 10-point game with 4 minutes left to play. Time's a wasting, but there's still time. 10-point game, it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, we saw San Antonio go on a 14-2 run to start this game in under 3 minutes. Where's Paul Reed? He was actually at the scorer's table about to check back in before this timeout. So we should see him back in there, out there with Jalen Duren and Cade. Is Champagne going to go in? He is in there right now with 15 points. Now we'll see if he's still in there out of this timeout by San Antonio. We hit over 500 likes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all so much for the support tonight. What's been a fantastic, fun game. Thank you.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe.
MT says, I need one more Harper assist.
One more Harper assist? Well, I hope you get it, brother. I hope you get it. We love it too, Asia.
Hey, let's go.
Podcast says, man, what a game.
This has been a lot of fun tonight, man.
Is Kate going to come in? Let's see. Looks like no still.
Nope.
It's going to be Harris, Duncan Robinson, Paul Reed, Holland, and Jenkins on the court for Detroit. For San Antonio, it's Champagne, Wembanyama, Fox, Vassell, and Castle. So no Cade out there just yet.
They're down 11. I would put him in, man. Holland, we're making a 10-point ball game.
4 minutes to go. Spurs ball.
They will bring it up court. Come on, I got a shot. For Stephon Castle against Ron Holland. To Victor Wembanyama, takes a bump by Reed, no call. Oh, Ron Holland fell down. Castle gets the bucket inside.
Woo! Done. Thanks for the sub, bro.
Thank you.
Castle, 16 points. There you go.
Almost a double-double, 8 assists as well. Jenkins, the other way. Detroit trails by 12. Duncan Robinson misses the 3, Castle the rebound.
Duncan Robinson cooled off from downtown. in the second half, man. He was hitting them in the first half, but then cooled off. Up by 12 with 3:19 to go. Spurs have it. They got to control the rest of the game.
Castle.
Bad bounce pass to Wembanyama. Stolen up by Paul Reed. Reed on the breakaway and the two-headed slam. Milky cookies for Paul Reed.
They're going to need a couple more possessions like that to get back in this game, Josh.
3 minutes to go. 10-point game.
Castle, the ball facilitator right now. It's an offensive foul in San Antonio.
Oh, shnikes. Devin Vassell, offensive foul. It's Pistons ball. Under 3 minutes to go. Down by 10.
And Cade Cunningham's going to check back in for Duncan Robinson. Show the replay again. I want to see what Vassell did. I heard a whistle. Are we going to get a challenge by San Antonio? Yeah, challenge by San Antonio. So calling the floor was an offensive foul by Devin Vassell. The Spurs will challenge it. Let's see. Vassell him and Harlan kind of just crashed into each other. But I just don't know if there's enough there, Josh, to overturn this to a no foul or a defensive foul. But I don't mind a challenge here by San Antonio. Late in this game, why not? Use your challenge right here. If not, they'll have one timeout remaining. It was a little bit of a flop there by Harlan, Willie. I'm not going to lie. Vassell kind of hit into him, and Harlan kind of just dropped to the ground. Oh, that hurt. Why did I do that? Devin Vassell, Robinson Purse Vassell in the back first. Well, if the refs see that, they would overturn it to an offensive foul. Guys, we're 70 likes away from 600 during this challenge. Smack that like, hit that sub button. Thank y'all for joining for tonight's game. Appreciate y'all. So again, coach's challenge by San Antonio. Calling the floor was an offensive foul by Vassell. As they said, he shoved Ron Holland to the ground. San Antonio's thinking maybe that wasn't a shove, or Duncan Robinson touched Vassell first. 2:54 to go in the fourth. It's a 10-point lead for the Spurs, who have outscored the Pistons 22-20 in this fourth quarter. Did Asora get hurt? Only 18 points? We have not seen him, or 18 minutes. We have not seen him much in the second half, man. We just really haven't. He has 8 points, 4 for 6. I don't believe he's gotten hurt. They would have said something in the broadcast. I could go look myself for you guys. No, Vassell did not, or not Vassell. Thompson did not get hurt. He just has not played here much in the second half at all. Ruling on the field stands. It is an offensive foul on Devin Vassell.
So they lose a timeout here. They have one timeout. One timeout apiece here.
So they can make this a single-digit ball game, Detroit, with a basket here.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. 10-point game, under 3 minutes to go. Pistons will have the ball, though, inbound from the backcourt. And on the floor, it's Harris, Cade, Reed, Holland, and Jenkins. Cade will bring it across the timeline. Castle to meet him as he crosses. 17 on the shot clock. A screen by Paul Reed. Cade driving inside. Reed puts the ball on the floor, turns, hook shot, blocked by Wemby. Woo!
6 blocks now for Wembanyama. Wow. Vassell finds Castle. Kick out. Fox. Airball the 3. But right there's Vassell to pick it up. 7 to shoot. I love for Wembanyama.
I love the jam.
That was Castle. He's got 9 assists now. Jenkins the other way. He lays it up and in with the left hand. 107-97 San Antonio, 10-point lead. We're at 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Who's going to finish this strong? Castle against Cunningham with the 5 fouls. Castle attacks Cade. 7 to shoot. Faded up. Misses it. Victor, the rebound. No, it's out to Fox. Second chance again for San Antonio. Wembanyama's got another dunk. Timeout, Detroit. Their final timeout. Down by 12 with 1:42 to go. Victor Wembanyama, Josh, 18 points, 16 rebounds, 6 blocks.
Ooh, boy, what a game this was, man. How about Wemby in this second half? It was a rough start in the game. A bit of a slow start in the first half, but Wemby picked up the pace, has 18 and 16, 4 assists, and 6 blocks.
6 blocks.
He blocked that hook shot from Paul Reed. You know how hard it is to block a hook shot?
Hook shot? Oh, absolutely it is, man. I mean, all he had to do was just go on his tippy toes and he blocked it. This dude is literally not from this earth. Drop those Webby alien emotes in the chat. There they are. Yes, sir. Oh my God, man. I wonder if Detroit's going to pull their starters here with 1:42 to go.
That's right, Showtime. It says Wemby had 6 blocks and has affected so many other shots and players' decisions to shoot, especially here in the second half.
They were attacking him like nobody's business in that first half, but Wembanyama really stepped it up.
Isaac says Celtics have a shot against Pistons if they meet in the playoffs. I'd say so. Yeah, the Eastern Conference is going to be really, really damn good. Could Boston beat Detroit? They could. It's possible with the way they're playing. We just streamed them a couple of times over the last, 3 or 4 days?
Yes.
God, that team is nasty.
They won both those games against the Warriors and the Lakers. And they could get Tatum back for the playoffs. We'll see. And it looks like the starter's still out there for Detroit.
It's Harris, Robinson, Duran, Cade, and Jenkins, with Jenkins inbounding from the right sideline near side.
Finds Robinson for a deep 3 off the back rim, and Wembanyama another rebound.
That's his 17th rebound of the ball game. Up by 12, it's Spurs to lose.
Fox against Jenkins. Here comes a screen by Wembanyama. Fox attacks, kicks it. Wemby, withdraw, a shooting foul.
Whoo! Wemby to the line for 2 shots. Duran, his foul, number 4. Thank you all for smacking that like button too. 65 people away from 600. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, simply hit that like is the easiest way to show some love. Isn't that right, Roach?
Oh, it's 100% the easiest way, baby.
And we'll love you long time.
Puts a smile on our faces.
Free throw, number 1, no good by Wembanyama.
Man, I would never miss a free throw.
I wish he would have made that, man. We took it for 20 points. He's got 19 if he makes this one.
Oh, shoot. Come on, Webby. He's got like cow sneakers on. I just realized.
Moo.
19 for Victor Wembanyama.
110-97, 13-point game. 123 left to go in the fourth. And it's Pistons basketball. What happened here?
Why did showing Kevin Huerter up close?
I know. Get this. I think there was a delay of game.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 to go here in the fourth quarter.
We appreciate you, Oscar, for tuning in, man.
Thank you.
Moo. Wembanyama's wearing those cow shoes. I dig it.
So it was a delay of game technical on the Spurs. Free throws good for Kate Cunningham. Yeah, I like those sneakers by Victor Wembanyama. Josh, buy them for me for my birthday.
No.
Oh. 119 to go in regulation. Jenkins has it off to Cade for 3. Cunningham's too strong. Jalen Duran tips it in, though.
100 points.
They finally hit the century mark. 110, 100 San Antonio, 112 to go. Jalen Duran, 22 and 14 tonight. And Devin Vassell's going to have to use their final timeout as he couldn't get the ball inbounded.
Oof. No timeouts left in this game.
112 to go now.
No more timeout, sucker.
And now with that timeout, they can actually move it to the front court under 2 minutes.
60 people away from 600 likes.
Thank y'all. With over 1,200 in the building, checking out the Spurs and Pistons game. We appreciate y'all. Spurs fans, Well, y'all in the chat, make some noise. It's going to be a very impressive win to go on the road and beat the best team in the NBA. If they do hold on to this, Josh, they will be 5-1 against the Thunder and the Pistons this season. 5-1 against the two best teams in their conferences. There's those Spurs emotes in the chat. We see y'all dropping those.
Microtext asks, what position would you play if you were drafted in the NBA? I'd play shooting guard.
I would like to be a point guard. I can't shoot, but I like to have the IQ to be able to pass it and dish it. So I'd go point guard for myself. Like a John Stockton. I know he was still a good scorer, but yeah. That's what I'd play. I'd be way too small to play any other position but one of the guards. Spurs are going to win the whole damn thing. They very well could, man. This roster is nasty. They can play with that confidence like they did in the second half. They could be anybody. Like I said, 5-1 against the Thunder and the Pistons this season.
Cornelia says I would play center. Showtime, Thank you.
Showtime. Castle, because of the timeout, they were able to get into the front court now. So Castle inbound it. 112 to go, 110, 100 lead for San Antonio. It's going to be Paul Reed guard the inbounds. Castle looking. They have to get this in. He'll get it to Wembanyama, and Wembanyama is fouled right away.
Free throws coming up for Wemby.
That was a foul by Paul Reed. You got the double big lineup out there with Reed and Duren. We need one more free throw and Webby will hit. It would parlay. So long it makes 1 out of 2. Victor can make this 11-point game with 1:11 to go. It's one's wild, folks. Wemby will make the first, and now he officially has 20 points tonight.
All right, well, that hit.
And Paul Reed will check out here for Detroit. So no more double big lineup, as I mentioned, Nate. To buy Ron Holland checks it for Duncan Robinson as well. Wembanyama, second free throw to make it 21 points tonight. And he's got it. 112-100 lead for the Spurs. 109 to go. Kate Cunningham up court. Hands it off to Robinson. Against Wembanyama inside for Duren. Duren up and 1 for Jalen Duren.
Duren, how many points?
Jalen Duren, Josh, before this free throw tonight, 25. He has been incredible, bro.
14 rebounds.
Mm-hmm. Almost a 20-20 game for him and Wembanyama. We're 60 likes away for 600. Thank y'all so much. 102 to go. Jalen Duren can make this a 9-point ball game. Hey, what's up, Bashir? How you doing tonight, man? Duren makes both. Or makes the N1, I should say. 112-103. 1 minute to go here in regulation. It's a full court press by the Pistons, but it's Champagne right up court for the easy dunk. And that was an assist for Castle. He's now up to 11, so he has a double-double. Castle, Duren, and Wembanyama all with double-doubles today. Cunningham, 50 seconds to go, hands it off to Duren to Jenkins. Against Fox, looking for a pass, gives it off to Duren. Attacking Wembanyama, step back over Wemby, off the front iron, and rebounded by Stephon Castle. Spurs fans, make some noise. Hit that like, hit that sub button. You guys are going to have a very impressive win tonight. Detroit fans, hey, no problem. You all lost to a really great team. Castle will just run out the clock here and take a shot clock violation with 17 seconds to go. Or 17.6 to go. Hey, Detroit makes a bucket here. Josh, they win. Last bucket wins. Let's see if they take one. Nope. Kate Cunningham, we're bringing this up court. We got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This game is OVA over San Antonio wins.
Make some noise, Spurs fans. Go, Spurs, go in the chat. Let us know who you thought was MVP as well. Go, Spurs, go. MVP tonight, I'm going to go with Devin Vassell, 28 points on 10 for 14 shooting, 7 for 11 from downtown, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, and a block. Devin Vassell is my MVP.
I'm right there with Josh. He was incredible from the start to the finish.
My X factor tonight, I'm going to go with, man, it's between Julian and Victor. I'm going to go with Victor Wembanyama. 21 points, 17 rebounds. And his defense in the second half especially is what really changed the trajectory of this game. 6 blocks from Wemby as well. 21-17 and 6 blocks.
I'll go Champagne, 17.6 rebounds, 5 for 8 for downtown, 50% shooting. Give me Champagne as my X factor. So
we hope you guys enjoy the live play-by-play of this stream. I had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the game as well. It was really damn good, man, for a lot of this game. If you did enjoy yourself, hit that like button on the way out. Easiest way to show some love, and hit that subscribe for more NBA live streams. Spurs win at 114 to 103.
That was a lot of fun. Glad we got to stream that game and call it. Zachary Kessler the 2, who's a Cavs fan, says, this Cavs fan is happy. The Pistons lost.
Oh, okay. So you're rooting for the Spurs here tonight because of some Eastern Conference business.
Hey, appreciate you, Zachary. Thank you, man.
Thank you. JRP wants to know how many lead changes tonight. There were 10 lead changes, and the game was tied 9 times. 9 ties, 10 lead changes. Most of that was in the first half.
Yeah, we only had 2 lead changes in that second half. Only 2. And that was because Spurs had a really great second half. They outscored Detroit 57-48. They really turned it on. Castle started turning offensively. Wembanyama defensively and offensively. The guards started attacking downhill. Great game plan in the second half by Mitch Johnson.
Look at the Memphis game. Kings up by 6 in the fourth quarter over Memphis.
The Tank Bowl, baby. Sacramento without DeAndre Hunter now, along with Sabonis and Levine for the year.
Who did the Lakers play tomorrow? Notre Dame fan. The Lakers, they play. My goodness, I'm blanking.
Orlando Magic.
Orlando. Thank you.
That should be a fun game. Guys, keep hitting that like button. 50 likes away from 500. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for being here. It was such a fun night. Pistons and OKC can't win without Kate or SGA being the leading scorer. That's not true. SGA's missed a lot of time this season, man, and they've still won games without him. Just the Thunder haven't been healthy all season. They've lost a lot of game time from SGA, from J-Dub, Isaiah Hartenstein, Casey Wallace missed time, AJ Mitchell's missed time. Thunder just can't stay healthy, man. Do I think the Grizzlies can make the play-ins? Rozier, let me go take a look at the standings. So Rozier asked, do you think the Grizzlies can make the play-ins? Right now, they're 5.5 games back of the Clippers. No, I'm going to say no, Rozier. Grizzlies want to lose. They got those draft picks from Utah. They're going to want to lose. So I'm going to say no, Rozier. It's just not a good team. I think the play-in is pretty much set with Golden State, Portland, and the Clippers. Now, Minnesota's 2 games up on the Suns, so is Los Angeles Lakers. So maybe that 7 seed isn't set yet. But I think pretty much Portland, Golden State, and the Clippers are locked in the play-in spots. Because Warriors are 4.5 out of the 6 seed. Portland is 7, and LA Clippers are 7.5. So, yeah, I think the play-ins as far as 8, 9, 10 are pretty much locked in. Now, could the Warriors move up to the 7th seed? Sure, they're only 2.5 games back. But with Steph Curry missing all the time, Porzingis being sick, you expect the Warriors to just kind of coast. You're watching the Rockets Grizzlies Jazz game? Yeah, that game just started. 17-11 Houston. Utah, announced today that Yusuf Nurkic out for the rest of the season with eye surgery. So Nurkic done for the year, just like Triple J is for the Utah Jazz. So that should be a pretty easy win for Houston. Pistons gave us trouble to Ringo. Yeah, you faced the best team in the East, man. Of course they're going to give you trouble. I need my Warriors got a playing spot. Michael, the only way we're going to do that is if we win like we did last year when we beat Memphis. Hopefully we can stay the 8th seed, face either most likely Minnesota, Phoenix, or the Lakers in that 7th, 8th playing, beat them, get the 7th seed. And then I wouldn't mind a matchup with the San Antonio Spurs. With Steph healthy, with Porzingis healthy. We beat San Antonio back-to-back games. I know Jimmy Butler was playing those games, but I want either the Rockets or the Spurs if we get out of the first round. I'm not saying we're going to beat the Spurs, but I think we match up pretty well with them. I mean, we beat them twice already this year. Again, I know those are Butler playing, but with Steph and Porzingis healthy, maybe we could beat them again. I would like the Rockets. I think we could beat the Rockets. That's who I'd want. But that means the Rockets have to start winning again. Because we would be which they only are. I mean, they're 6.5 back on that 2nd seed. So that 2nd seed's gonna either be San Antonio or Oklahoma City. So if we do get out of that 7-8 playing as a 7th seed, most likely we'd take on the Spurs, which would be a fun series. We probably wouldn't win it, but we'd damn compete in it. I mean, with Steph, you never know. You're never out of a playoff series with Steph healthy. OKC's going to fall out next year in the 1st or 2nd place. That's fine. It's going to be good for a long time, even with this second apron stuff. Rockets are mid. They're the 4th seed right now. They are 34-21. They are only a half a game back at Denver for the 3rd seed, but they're only a half a game up of both the Lakers and the Timberwolves to fall down to the 6th seed. That's what I was talking about. These standings in the West and the East are crazy tight. Rockets lose their next 2 or 3 games, they're down to a freaking 6th seed, man. Maybe even a 7th seed if Phoenix can start winning again. Now, sucks that Dylan Brooks was pretty much out the rest of the regular season, so that hinders them a little bit. But if one of these teams like the Lakers, Minnesota, Houston, or Denver go on a 3, 4, 5 game losing streak, they could fall all the way to almost a playing spot, which is wild. It's hard to be in the West. It really is, man. It really is. And the East is pretty competitive too. Between the 3rd seed and the 5th seed, you're only 2.5 between New York, Cleveland, and Toronto. Now, Philly, they've been falling off a little bit. They were 5.5 back of the 3 seed. So that 2, 3, 4, 5 seeds are really tight in the East. And so is the play-ins. The end of the play-ins with Atlanta, Charlotte, and Milwaukee, they're all separated by a game and a half. So any of those guys go on a losing streak, they're going to fall out of a play-in spot. What was that noise? Oh, I know what that was. The West have been tough for the past 4 seasons. The West have been incredibly tough. The West has been, man.
I gotta go.
Okay.
I have to go. All right, guys. We're gonna head off. Go ahead.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining tonight. For everybody who subscribed, who donated, hit that like button. Thank you so much. Mod Squad, Cult of Fury Elite, the Silver Game. Thank you so much for a great night. Tomorrow, we'll be live for a doubleheader. Warriors and Pelicans, followed by the Lakers and the Magic.
Y'all take it easy. Thank y'all. Catch you later.